Il y a un petit moment déjà. Ouais, c'est la première fois qu'il mélange fruits de mer et poulet. Moi, je t'avoue que dit comme ça me donne pas trop envie. Mais en vrai, ça se trouve, ça déchire. Ah, d'accord, ok. Mais tu m'avais semblé dire quelque chose comme.
Finally, the real star of the show is here. Now I can turn off the shitty music.
I was in my other screen talking to you, and then I came back here and I was like, oh, I have a co-host invite. I'm so bad at this. I'm learning, okay? I'm learning this. I'm still new at this.
We're learning from the Leering Center. Good morning, everyone. Hello, OX Quan. What up, Lava Heads? What up, Matt? Uh, Sephiroth, welcome. Hello, M. Good morning, M.
Yeah, thank you, Sephiroth. Nice to see another penguin in the crowd, and I see the penguin invasion happening in real time. This week we brought another friend into the fold, so that was pretty cool to see. So world domination imminent. and we will be fueled by Wendy's cheeseburgers and Frosties. And that's not a bad thing. Like I can totally live with that.
I mean, Wendy's Frosties are the best after all. So what? I mean, there could be Frosty cups with little pudgies.
Oh, dude, I would go to Wendy's every single day of the summer if that happened. And that post, like, here's the best part is like the post got I don't know 102 comments, and last I looked, like the Pudgy Penguin reply had like over 350. So when the reply gets more than the original post, I don't know. If I were Wendy's intern, I'd be like, let's see what these Web3 degens are about. Like, how can like are they spam? Are they bots? Like, I don't know. Do we look like a bunch of bots, like penguin bots? But we're all, like we're all pretty authentic accounts. But they have to wonder, like, who the heck are these penguin weirdos?
I'm I'm gunning for my little pudgy to be on a Wendy's vanilla frosty. Has to be
Um,
vanilla.
how are the colors? What fast food chain? You should really work with this. What fast food chain has like blue and green and red?
I mean, I feel like like Wendy's would be a good option for my pudgy. Look, it's already got the visor on. Like it that the little shirt can act as like an apron.
Yeah, but Wendy wears blue bows. And so I'm just saying, like, I'll be the Wendy
I'm
and you can be the in the fry station. How's that?
I'm gunning for my little. I mean, is the fry station next to the frosty machine?
It's in the back. It's pretty dark in there and there's a lot of grease. I don't know. I think like they can't have the ice cream machine broken, so they don't want anybody questionable near
I
it.
mean, I
No, no,
feel
no,
like
that's McDonald's. Never mind.
like
Wendy's
Wendy's
is
would
pretty
be a good
consistent.
option for my pudgy. Look, it's already got the visor
Yeah.
on. Yes, and I think if it were up to McDonald's case, they would want the most destructive person near the ice cream machine so that it could break for the 19th millionth time.
Yeah. Yep. I went to go get the K-pop Demon Hunter shake from McDonald's a few weeks ago, and it was broke. I was so
Dang.
sad. So I went back the next day and got it. Like I'm I I'm pretty bad. Like when the Doodles cups were at McDonald's, I was there every few days, like asking if they had them. And it's not like it's just some random McDonald's. Like these are my students that were in school, and they're like, "Hi, what are you here again?" I'm like, "Do you guys have the Doodles cups?" And so they must think that like I left teaching and just cracked, and now I'm just going around the world looking for like random McDonald cups. But I do have them all. Now that I have them, I'm like, what the, 2 years later, why did I, why do I have these? But I have them. I have them.
Sounds like a 2-year journey to get, to catch all the McDonald's cups.
Oh yeah, yep. And for anybody that doesn't know, the fast food chain Wendy's, they just had some random post, and then a person from the penguin community was like, what about pudgy penguins? And then Wendy actually replied, or Wendy's intern, and like, what is pudgy penguins? And then the penguin community just blew it up, just came in with all this really good AI versions of Frosties and all sorts of stuff. So
Did
that's why we're talking about fast food today.
did you see the the image that Versa made for my little pudgy? Where like
Yeah, it was a bunch of you guys.
well the like it was like my pudgy with like pigtails and dressed as like a Wendy's employee.
Oh my gosh, no, but like that would be putting the Wendy's logo on your little apron that or the on your visor. That'd be pretty peak.
Here, I'm gonna try to find it because I know M had a good laugh about that one, as did I, because like when I first When I first saw that Versa made one for me, I was I just like had to look at it for 5 minutes straight, just laughing. Okay, I pinned it to the top of our jumbotron here. And dressed as like a Wendy's employee.
Oh my gosh, no, but like that would be putting the Wendy's logo on your little apron that or the on your visor. That'd be pretty peak.
Here,
I do not
I'm
see it
gonna
yet.
try to find it What? because
You
I
don't
know
see my Wendy's
Em
post?
had a good laugh about that
Now
one,
I do.
as did I.
Oh,
Because
that's
like
cute.
when I first yeah, sorry I went silent there. I think I had to rescue Maki from swan diving off the dresser. To look at it for 5 minutes
There's another
straight,
little
just
Pudgies
laughing.
right now near the floor that is
Okay,
red and
I
overalls,
pinned
just
it
like
to the
mine, but then
top
it's got a
of
green
our
hat. So
jumbotron here.
number 3493. And M, there's a cute little girly Pudgy second to the floor. She's got a little cute flower in her hair and a kimono. I don't know if she's totally your style, but she's pretty cute. Oh, I see a purple one with earmuffs. Ooh.
What?
Okay, I gotta
You
just
don't
stop
see my
shopping. I
Wendy's
don't need a
post?
Pudgy. I don't need another.
Now I do.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, sorry I went silent there. I think I had to rescue Maki from swan diving
So
off the
let's
dresser.
see. In Decentraland this week,
There's another little Pudgies right
it's
now near the
been
floor
has it been
that
kind
is
of a
red and
quiet
overalls,
week, just as far as
but then
like
it's got a green hat. So
production stuff pushed. I feel like it's been just a chill week. What do you think?
I'm just a chill guy going through a
She's
chill
totally your
week.
style, but she's pretty cute. Oh, I see a purple one with earmuffs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it has been
I don't need a
a
Pudgy.
quiet week, yeah, for
I don't need
sure.
another.
Um I mean there was a great DAO conversation that was hosted in
So
the
let's see. In Decentraland this week,
Decentraland channel
it's
today. Or I mean
been
not today,
kind of
I
a
believe
quiet week,
Thursday.
just as far as like
That was a great conversation.
yeah, it was. I was glad that a lot of people had questions and the right people were there to answer the questions. So, um, yeah,
I'm
let's
just
see.
a chill
Metabeast isn't
guy
here, so maybe we'll
going
wait
through a
until
chill
later just to
week.
talk about the 2030 proposal in case he shows up. Yeah, but
Okay.
lots of good stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
think a
mean it
lot of
has
really important
been
things.
a
We had a
quiet
good
week,
talk
yeah, for
yesterday around
sure.
the campfire. Matt was there,
I
Quan was
mean
there,
there was a
couple other
great
friends,
DAO
and it was
conversation
real
that was hosted
spontaneous. Like we just started. Well, Matt came in and used a voice chat, and then we were
Decentraland
all
channel
just like
today. Or
chatting,
I
and then
mean not
Kim came
today,
in. She's like, "Where are you
believe
guys
Thursday.
talking? What is this? A space or like where do
That
I
was a
join?"
great conversation.
And she's like trying to find the community, and then I was like, we were like, "No, we're just chilling. We're just talking here. Like nothing." No agenda. And then she joined us for a little bit, and I think, yeah, it's just nice to have like feedback from her with her marketing standpoint, and then everybody else. Yeah, I think some really good things came out of that. It seems like, and probably just more realistic when it's a small group of people, just talking, feeling comfortable enough to share their opinions. And it was real spontaneous. Like we just started. Well, Matt came
Well,
in
I
and
mean,
used a
that's
voice chat, and
the.
then
I
we were
feel
all
like
just
that's
like
the
chatting, and
sauce
then Kim
in
came in.
Decentraland.
She's like, "Where
Like
are you guys talking? What is this? A
that
space or
is
like
the
where do I
secret
join?"
sauce that
And she's
not
like
many people
trying to
think
find the
about. Like
community,
the
and then I was like,
intimate
we were like, "No, we're just
conversation between
chilling. We're
like
just
just a
talking here.
group.
Like
Like
nothing, no
there have been
agenda."
plenty of times
We
like
talked about this for a little bit,
just
and I think,
hanging out with
yeah, it's
like
just nice to have
maybe
like
me,
feedback
myself,
from
and
her with her
three other
marketing
people.
standpoint, and then everybody else.
Those at
Yeah, I think
times
some really good
tend to
things
be
came out
like
of
some of
that.
the
It
best
seems like,
conversations.
and probably just more realistic when it's a small group of yeah, people. For sure. And and Quan, I guess I shouldn't say nothing happened this week. Quan and the warehouse opened this week, so that was really amazing to
Well, I
have like
mean,
a
that's
new
the. I
new
feel
venue
like that's
opened
the
up.
sauce
Super
in
sick.
Decentraland.
I
Like
think I found the
that is
employees
the
safety meeting
secret sauce
location
that
back
not many
behind all the
people think about.
boxes.
Like the
I'm just
intimate
saying.
conversations between like
I
just a
think
group.
I
Like
think
there
I think there were some
there have
boxes
been plenty
open.
of
I
times
think.
like
I don't know what's getting shipped there,
just
but
hanging out
oh,
with like maybe me,
I want a
myself, and
multiplayer game where I
three
can
other
click all the
people.
boxes and see what's inside and find
Those
something.
at times tend to be like
Be
some of the best
nosy
conversations.
simulator. That's what we'll call it. I don't know why, but I just think like Timu, like a Timu facility, that must be what it would be like. And it would be so fun because I bet there's so much good stuff in those boxes. Like it'd be so, I would totally dig that. Like going through and like finding all this, merchandise. You, you guys, you wouldn't see me again. I'd be so lost and distracted. Like, ooh, this is pretty. This one looks nice. But yeah,
I
nice job on that build, you guys.
I don't think Amazon should hire you as a driver.
No, no, I don't think so. Because I'd be like, what did you get today, Mrs. Johnson? I noticed that you ordered. This is my third time visiting your house this week. Like, are you into highly collectible, Pokemon cards? Because that's
Do you have penguins
yeah. Like, would you like to hear about penguins?
or Lord and Savior Pudgy Penguin?
Well, that's Decentraland is our Lord and Savior. Penguins are the disciples, my friend. This one looks nice.
You right, you right.
But yeah, nice job on that.
I mean, it sure does feel like slowly but surely there's starting like a the Decentraland low pudgy faction is like starting.
I know, and
The-
to be honest, I think we all have to be careful of that because, and I think like brands would, they should pay attention that like that has happened multiple time with different NFTs in the space. Is like one person gets it, and then their friends start getting it. And like I say, be careful because the do your own research. Like maybe I don't know. I just don't. I know Vipe and like I don't know. Maybe we went too deep on Vipe, and then they viped us off the planet. So I'm just saying, like, be careful. Don't let your friends influence you unless it's like pudgy. Then go for it. But even beasts, Make had a beast, and then I feel like everybody got a beast after that. Maybe some clones have that same kind of power. So that's all I'm saying is like, uh, but
yeah,
I guess I'm also saying like that's powerful. If you were an NFT brand and you could see that, you'd be like, oh, I want to target those Decentraland people. They're an easy sell.
yep, yep. There's a lot of examples here with us, like the Centralanders. I know like a bunch of us hold dead fellas and stuff like that. Um, like yes, totally. Like it is kind of like a double-edged sword because like on one hand, we can like make waves within the community, but then on the other it's like yeah, the do your own research aspect of it all. Like a lot of people got burned on Vipes, and it was very sad that they just closed doors. But and same goes with like I have my personal stories as well. Like let's go back to 2022 with a different kind of penguin and the Mew. Like
Yep.
a
And
but
snarky sharks.
yeah, a bunch of our friends like at the time like picked up some penguin fight club, and like those things weren't necessarily cheap, like 200, $300. Like yeah, I still feel bad. I still feel bad. I still feel like I'm like giving back to everyone for my short-sightedness.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I feel like is like I don't want anyone to, I get excited about projects, but then I'm like, dang, what if this rugs? What if it doesn't? Like, I don't think that about penguins. I think they're solid, but yeah, I'm way more cautious than I used to. I think because I like Vipe. I think Vipe. There was Vipe fever. I mean, poor Rustan. We didn't see him. He was rolling, re-rolling, like for days. I mean,
A lot of us were, yeah.
oh, I know, but I think that guy was like, I think he lost 20 pounds because he forgot to eat.
Forgot to eat his helpings of chocolate.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just like I don't know. I think like sometimes I've had to just step away from like something I want to buy and just kind of like, okay, chill, chill out, breathe, come back later, and and sometimes I've done that many times, and then finally pulled the trigger and had no regrets. But it is, yeah, it's interesting that like Decentraland has come together, like the community is together because our one NFT project, we don't even have to own the NFT to be a part of the community. Like land, like I think land would be considered the OG NFT of Decentraland. Then there's wearable and emotes, but those were never. It was never about, hey, let's have a digital fashion place. It was like, let's have a digital world where you can buy your own land. But there's plenty of people that do not own land, like or they've been here for 5 years and now suddenly they're buying their first parcel of land, which is awesome. But it's really kind of like odd that you don't even have to have the NFT to totally be a part of the community. Whereas most other, NFT communities, like I don't know, like you probably have to have the penguin to be in the huddle. I mean, you could just be posting content, be outside of it, but just I guess like it's almost like I don't know, like we all go to the same college, so that's our alumni. Like our college is Decentraland. Harsh lessons, high tuition at times. But then we're all into our different sports, and those are like our NFT teams. Like what sports do you play, or like what NFT projects are you into? So I think if you break it down like that, then it's kind of like, oh, okay, like people should target those places that are more like a college, like an umbrella community than like specific, communities like Clone or Beast or anything like that. Hopefully that's somewhat coherent.
No, I mean, totally. It totally is. And kind of and I'm gonna kind of share my personal thoughts, so hopefully no one shoots me. But like as far as the beast goes, like I personally thought that their shift towards a metaverse was not like it could be a good decision, but it wasn't a great decision in my eyes because like they could just be part of every other metaverse, like, and it's not like why did there need to be a beast metaverse, like when they could have like built on other side, they could have built on the Decentraland, Nifty Island. They could have spread their IP out all the way as far as they could, and like within those platforms, like help them create content through their community, um instead of like concentrating it all to one place. So I mean, maybe I'm short-sighted and I don't know all the logistics. It's like, no, we actually had to create a metaverse because our vision was to go to space and check out all these space octopus. We were researching them. So yeah, maybe maybe I just don't know the full vision. But but yeah, like what once it comes down to it with their platform, is it gonna be a college or is it just gonna be like a beast thing?
Yeah, it might be like I don't know, like the performing arts center at the college. Like everybody that's into Beast is going to be there, but then that silos you so much. And I think like I don't know. I guess that project specifically. I thought the Beast World was going to be out kind of like a year ago, and it's okay that it's not. But like, I think you're losing attention. I mean, everybody was so excited when the Beast toys came out, and then the little bit beast, and then there was like the cool anime beast, and then like I haven't seen merch from them or anything else. And I guess the alternative is like Pudgy Penguin has made Pudgy World, so it's like, not saying it's smaller, but it's different. It's a game. It's like boom, game done, move on, do the next thing. And it's not, everything didn't stop so that they could make this big juice. I mean, it's the Beast World is a gorgeous game, but it like we only have so much bandwidth, and I think the team is only so big. So if you're going to stop everything and just focus on that, um, we'll see. I mean, yeah, like we'll see how it plays out. I'm so interested to go play it. But I think there's value doing it both ways, having a complete world where you're in control, But I also think like Decentraland has found different problems versus like if you're gonna make an entire world on a PC and then try to take it to mobile, like all the changes, like Apple terms of service, iOS, you have to be able to buy the stuff in game, and then like Pudgy World was iOS first, but like mobile first. So it's a nightmare. I mean, it's I think you just have to decide where you're gonna like what is your brand, what is that gonna be, and then I guess you just got to go for it.
Yep, yep. And I guess like I mean, like, and correct me if I'm wrong. This is like kind of how how I see it from the outside looking in. Like it just seems like all the eggs for the beasts are in that basket, opposed to the pudgies that like release their metaverse and it's like okay, moving on, NASCAR. Okay, moving on. Candy. Like they're not limiting themselves as like a metaverse thing. They are spreading far and wide.
They are, but then they're also limiting themselves because
Yep,
my
yep.
first thought when Dr.
And I
Drip
guess like I mean,
got
like,
his penguin and
and
you got yours,
correct me
I
if
was
I'm
like, we
wrong.
need to
This
go
is
in
like
world and
kind
get a
of how
picture
I
together. And then I was like,
like how I see
oh,
it from the
we can't.
outside looking in.
There's
Like
no 3D
it
asset.
just seems like
Like,
all the eggs for the
I guess
beast
we
are
could
in
go in
that
a Twitter space
basket,
together and get
opposed
our
to the
picture
pudgies
together. But
that
like,
like
I don't know.
release
That's just
their
it's
metaverse
so
and it's
funny
like
how
okay,
I
moving on,
expect that from like
NASCAR. Okay,
Beast
moving
has
on.
it, Clone has it, Vipe has it.
Candy.
That so like
They're
that
not
in that way,
they're
those
not
NFT
limiting
projects are
themselves
killing
as
it.
like
And then like
a
the blue
metaverse
chips that
thing. They are
don't have
spreading
3D
far and
models are
wide.
like, ooh, you guys don't see what we see.
Yeah, but that also I see that as an opportunity for like I had mentioned this to Dr. Drip yesterday when he was showing me his cool penguin, that like it could be an opportunity for someone to earn a penguin, like just being available enough to be like, hey, like I make these 3D assets and I made these pudgies so far. And then, display his and mine, whatever, yours, and then like kind of like this, I can make this for you, $50 or whatever, like just to try to earn a penguin. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
don't know
that
if they
that
do that. I know
also
that
I
the
see that as
beasts
an
give a
opportunity
ton of
for
stuff away.
like I had mentioned
And I
this
don't
to
know if they're
Dr.
going to
Drip
still do the
yesterday when
raffles.
he
I
was
think I saw
showing me
something
his
like where they're
cool
not doing the
penguin,
raffles,
that
or
like
they got to do
it could
something
be an
different because they can't keep
opportunity
giving
for
them away.
someone to earn a penguin,
Um,
like
but yeah, it's nice
just
to have a like
being
if a project does
available
that. Maybe
enough
it's
to
just
be like,
individual
hey,
users that would
like
like
I make these
share
3D
share a
assets
penguin
and
for
I
somebody that does that.
made these pudgies so far, and then display his and Yeah,
Yeah,
mine, I think
yours, and then like kind of like
the thing, at least the feeling I get with Pudgy is like the things that aren't there yet. It's not that they're not there because they don't want
yeah,
it.
I don't know
It's
if they
because
do
no
that. I
one's
know that
taking the
the
initiative
beasts
to do it,
give a ton of stuff away.
and they're more than
And I don't
happy
know if
for
they're going
anyone
to
to
still do the
take that
raffles. I think I
initiative.
saw something like where they're not doing the raffles. Yeah, and I mean I feel like we have to retrain our
Yeah.
brain to be like IP stewards. I would say like I think we all just grew up kind of watching like okay, Mickey Mouse is owned by Disney, Mario is owned by well Nintendo,
Yeah.
right?
I
I think.
I think
But like
the
IP
thing,
was just
at
somebody
least
else's
the feeling
thing.
I get with
And now
Pudgy
it's
is
like you
like
get a
the
brand in
things
a
that aren't
box.
there
I
yet.
get this
It's not
thing
that they're
and
not there
like I was
because
at
they don't want it. It's
like a
because no
froyo
one's
place
taking the
yesterday
initiative to
and I
do
was
it.
like, gosh, I could open my own frozen
And they're
yogurt
more than
shop
happy for anyone
and
to
then I could
take that initiative.
label it like I don't know, like pudgy, I don't know, like pudgy ice cream or pudgy froyo or something, froyo frosties. And I could like pudgy could just be my thing. Like there's somebody that's already done that in a few different places in California. And it's just I don't know, like I think we have to retrain our brain to be like, I can do anything with this. This is mine. Like I could take this as far as I want. And you like actually if you look at the response on that Wendy's post, we're stupid not to. Like that's such a community. Like we have way more behind us maybe than we even realize. Maybe in like 10 years from now we're going to be like, why didn't we all just start our own business with our community brand IP, and like it would have been such a good idea.
Would have been the best idea ever. And let's see. Good morning, Max. I see you in world. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see if there's anyone else. I don't think so. And then in oh, we lost him. I was going to say hello to Judas Judas. Good morning, Toxic Waifu, or good afternoon. Hello, Jim Cedric, my good friend, and we got a Brandon in the building as well. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, who knows what the future will bring of IP, but I'm pretty excited. I mean, I like, despite my comments about the beast earlier, like I think there is still potential for them. There's still potential all around in the space. It's like everyone wants to knock NFTs and be like, "Oh, NFTs are dead. NFTs are dead." Oh, and I see Judas Judas is back. What up, Judas? Great to see you. I actually roamed into one of your builds the other day when I was streaming. It was an awesome build. Um, but where was I? Oh yeah, like I everyone's saying that NFTs are dead, but I don't think there has been like a I mean, I hate using these terminology like an NFT cycle. I don't think like the newcomers that have come in like started buying crypto or started looking at crypto have stumbled across NFTs and the possibilities of those NFTs. Like when they think NFT, they still think of a stupid monkey picture. Like, but instead of like something like Decentraland, where it's like, well, this NFT gives you access to build on your land. That this is going to be your land on this platform. Um, or like, yeah, just NFTs with that allow you to access something. So I don't know. I feel like there's still room to grow.
Well, I find myself comparing it to like different like epochs in geological history, like the Mesozoic, Cretaceous, Paleozoic era. Like there were, I think there's been like four massive extinction events on Earth's history where like 99% of life died. But then what was left came from that 1% that continue to thrive. And most of them were like super early on, and it was like microbes, like bacteria or like invertebrates. Like when the dinosaurs got, boom, like the meteorite. It was the tiny little mammals that could survive. So it's almost like the same thing with NFT projects, where you've got, these huge life spawning events like 2021 Beeple sells an NFT for 69 million, and like everybody wants to know what an NFT is. And then there's like slow starvation over the next 4 years, and projects dry up, and not all of them survive, but the ones that do survive are the ones that are going to shape the next evolutionary cycle. So I swear, when people are creating projects now, if somebody's going to make an NFT project, they're going to look at the apes, the penguins, even some like Clone X that are, not technically in existence, but still, holding their value, doing really, like, people still want to have them. So I think eventually, after multiple cycles like this, I don't know, it'll, the ones that succeed will influence all the others and make it like even easier to create, or not to create, but like to have a sustainable project, because they're not going to hopefully repeat the things in the past that killed the project, whatever that might be.
I mean, I feel a lot of projects went down due to just empty promises. Founders promising the world and delivering peanuts.
Well, and I think a lot of that was like you were promising based on like I think we didn't realize it was hype necessarily. Now, in hindsight, yeah, of course we can see it. But if we were right in the thick of it, I couldn't see the bubble. I couldn't see where the top was going to be. Like nobody can. Nobody can see where the bottom is going to be or like what kind of things happen. So if you're I mean, Decentraland's a perfect example. Like they had an ICO during the ICO craze. Like, did they know what was going to happen? I don't think so. And we're here today because they got lucky. Timing. My sergeant major used to say, "Timing is everything, and yours sucks." But timing is everything, and like, um, so yeah, I don't know. Some of those founders, they probably didn't mean to rug. Well, I would say nobody means to rug, but yeah, there's like a lot of people that do mean to rug. But I think there's a lot that probably just thought they were going to be able to do it and didn't have the right team or didn't have the right money or timeline or any number of things. I mean, Decentraland's a perfect example. Like they had an
Yeah,
ICO
I
during
mean,
the ICO craze.
I've always chalked
Did
it
they
down
know what
to
was going to
just
happen? I don't think so. And we're here today because
I don't know, just not
they
having
got lucky. Timing.
realistic aspect, a
Sergeant major
realistic
used to say,
vision
"Timing is
to
everything,
what they
and yours
wanted to
sucks."
do.
But
Like,
timing is
we're
everything.
entering this like new new
So yeah, I
space
don't know.
with
Some of those founders,
NFTs
they
where
probably
like
didn't mean to rug.
an NFT could
I
become
would
like
say
a
nobody means to
business
rug,
or
but
an entity
a
and
lot of
stuff
people
like
do mean
that.
to rug. But
So,
I think
I
there's a
mean,
lot that probably just thought they were
I
going to be
guess
able
like maybe it's like my
to do it and
personal
didn't have
like
the right
how I
team or didn't
approach
have the right
things. Like
money or
something like
timeline
this,
or
I would approach it
any
at a
number of things.
small scale. Like instead of like, oh yeah, we're all gonna have yachts. This is a project where all our holders we're gonna earn so much. Where like we're just gonna be the yacht NFT, and everyone's gonna have their own yachts, and we're just gonna flood Miami with our yachts. Instead of that, like it should have been something like starting off small. Like okay, well, here let's start a brand, let's start a small brand, let's try to get it out there, let's you know come together as builders, try to stretch out the funds that we've acquired through this magic internet money, because we don't know when it'll be gone.
Well, by definition, a yacht is just a pleasure craft. So my inflatable canoe, I mean, I don't know about you, but I am a yacht owner because I have an inflatable canoe. So if we all just get those, then we can say that we're chilling on our yachts. We
It's all
just have
about
to
perspective.
we just have to bring the air pump for the slow
Uh,
leaks.
okay, hear me out now. Hear me out now. So we take, we take a community. Let's say we took all 38 of us, right? And we all got an inflatable an inflatable canoe, and then we just like tied them all together. Then that would be the size of one yacht.
Yep. Or we could get logs and make a raft. I don't know. Both of them. Actually, you know what? Like, how about a pudgy inner tube? I want to go down the river in that. That would be cute.
It's all about perspective. I agree. I've been wanting to like on my Shopify and stuff like that. You know how I have like Mew sticker and stuff like that. I've been thinking about doing like a little pudgy sticker, like of my little guy.
Yep, you definitely should. I'm sure you've been approached by all the people that will make you rugs and shoes with your pudgy on it.
Wait, those are rugs? Cause I have gotten those DMs. Hold up. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I should message this person.
Well, you've seen mine, right? Like I did get a rug from them of my pudgy.
Wait, no, no, okay. I what I was like kind of thinking of was like the DMs I've gotten of like just like people with like showing me images of their shoes that they've quote unquote made. They're like, yeah, you can commission some of these. You can have me make
Yep,
these
you
this
definitely
for
should.
you.
I'm sure you've been approached by all the people that will make you rugs and shoes.
Show
Yeah,
me
the
your rug.
person making stickers for you, that was a rug. I never got my money back.
Oh,
Like I don't
oh,
know,
you.
there's just somebody that like
I
approached a bunch of us.
I remember
You've
now.
seen
Yes, I
mine, right? Like
remember
I did
now.
get a rug from them of my pudgy.
No, I would do it the expensive way, Shopify or Printful. If you want stickers of your Pudgy, I can make those too. People with like showing me
There's some
images of their
good
shoes that
conversation in
they're
world.
made.
And
Ooh.
y'all are welcome to come up and chat because it's always nice to have somebody else's voice. Sin and I have talked quite a bit, so feel free to come up. But people are just kind of talking about like the beast game.
Oh.
Is it a metaverse? Is it a game? Yeah. So
I
like,
remember now. Yes, I remember now.
yeah, Brennan says I don't really think
No,
metaverses
no,
themselves are
I would do it the
necessarily
expensive way,
thriving either. So I get
Shopify
the
or
reason for not
Printful.
wanting to build in
If you
them.
if you want stickers of your
Um,
Pudgy, I can make those
Even the
too.
Pudgy metaverse, I think it might have been a waste of time. I wonder too about like metaverses on iPhones. Like, are we doing it because it's a fun game to play, or is it just like it opens a huge world of ad revenue and like product placement and all sorts of stuff like that? Like I don't know. It and I think maybe brands are looking at projects like Roblox and seeing the absolute money that's pouring into it, and probably, I don't know, like it's logical to be like, how can I get a little piece of that as well? So anybody that would like to chat, come on up.
I feel like the Decentraland would have more potential. Like, of course, this is not the kind of world that I want to see, but I would say it's possible to have more potential for ad revenue in Decentraland than it would be in Roblox. Just like thinking about like the open world aspect of it all, landowners along roadsides, they could prop up a billboard or whatever, or I mean, even considering like the ad becoming a game in itself, like I don't think these advertisers are digging deep. At least just not yet. Imagine playing a game where like you have to catch a polar bear, and then the polar bear is just very stealthy and you can't catch it, and you spent like 20 minutes catching it, and then after you catch it, it says buy a Coca-Cola now or today.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like what if you had to run around and grab the food, and then like if Pudgy went with Wendy's, all of a sudden the food they're grabbing is Frosties or big, like, little Whoppers or whatever the food is. And that would be something that a brand could take to any partnership and be like, when we do this collab and you have our Pudgy penguins on your Frosties in store, you meanwhile also get to have your Wendy's Frosties in our game with 5.6 million, daily active users. Like, that's the stuff that's going to like get both sides interested with working together. Yeah. Well, I was thinking like what if you had to run around and grab the food, and then like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
Pudgy went with
exactly.
Wendy's, all of a sudden like
So,
the food they're grabbing is
hmm,
Frosties
hmm.
or
There's
big, like,
ideas we're throwing
little
out there into
Whoppers
the
or whatever
ether.
the
Hopefully,
food is.
the
And
overlords are
that
listening.
would be something that a brand could take to. All right, let's just do it ourselves, okay? So let's create a gamification system inside Decentraland.
Well, I mean,
And
I think
if
you're
you
about like almost there.
if
You
you
are
want
at
to
least.
appeal to our 38 users, we will get all 38 of them to drink your Frosty. I'm joking, but like there was insanity in 2021 where there were just, you couldn't even get into a party because there were hundreds of users.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it, like,
exactly. So,
I don't know, like in Roblox, I mean,
there's
Steal a
ideas
Brain
we're
Rot,
throwing
number
out
one
there into the
most
ether.
concurrent
Hopefully, the
users
overlords
ever
are
at
listening.
once. And if your brain rot was like, instead of a tung 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 sahur or tra la 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 or
Well, I mean,
ballerina
I think
cappuccino, what if
I
it
think
was
you're
like
about like almost there.
Pudgerina
You are.
Frosterina and like boom, product placement I mean, I don't know. I just I'll stop because I'm like, dang it. We do not need to be like selling shit to our brain rot children. Because my kids would totally be like, Mom, Wendy's dropped a brain rot, Frosty. We have to go. And I'd be like, all right, get in the car, kids. We're out.
No, no, no. You gotta remain tough. And you're like, that's not pudgy penguins.
Oh my gosh, do you know what a hero I would be if Pudgy Penguins came to Wendy's? Like we like our little Frosties, you know. And last summer there's the Wednesday Addams collab. And we got the Wednesday straw and like yeah. So I don't know. Collabs will happen. Just don't know. Sometimes it's like maybe right now is not the time. Maybe it's like 2 years from now. I don't know.
Yep, yep. And Quan mentioned about Pizza Hut when they made a game and gave us like discount codes. Like for that was like when they came to Decentraland for as a brand activation. And yeah, I mean a few brands have kind of done it like Doritos. There was the Doritos events that they had like a parkour, and at the time like they they had foundation. uh Actually, no, was it foundation? Maybe
It was
can't
Foundation they
remember.
were working with to hire. I know. Oh,
To hire. Okay, okay. But yeah, but like yeah, the Doritos build, they had some cool stuff in it. Stuff that like back then was like not really seen in the Central End. There was like some functionality that like, someone would like one of us would like use and be like, "Whoa, how'd they build this? They must have taken like 10,000 hours."
yeah.
And now we could probably make it in like 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Like AI. Hey, I need to code Dorito parkour. Oh my gosh. And I gotta shout out Peter. Peter, that's genius. A brain freeze rot. Brain rot, brain freeze, rot. Go with that. I don't even want brain rot shit around the world, but I know people that do. I don't know. Actually, brain rot's already dead. We need the new game. It's been like 2 good months, and literally like 2 to 3 months is the lifespan of some of those games. So I don't know. Like think about that when you think about like I'm just thinking Matt grinding for years on Knights of Antrim. How do you compete with like a shorter attention span of I'm just gonna say younger generations.
Yeah. I wonder. And now it's gonna get tricky because like the one of the things that we're always like saying, it's like, oh, the Central Land, like what they need to start bringing all this functionality for to us and allowing us to do all this. But then like I wonder if there's going to come a time when like the studio, like let's use Knights of Antrim for the as the example, where like they will need to develop their own like game creation tools so that they can like switch around experiences within like the Knights of Antrim universe.
Well, and I think people are already doing that within like coding, creating tools within like Cursor or Gemini to like, hey, when I do this, do this. Like I was talking to somebody this week, so I'm not gonna be real specific about it, but I know that there's already people that are creating like tools to build with within their AI so that it makes it easier for them to build. So then, build faster, build further. Um, yeah, and I think working within the limitations of what you can do in Decentraland, like building for the PC versus building for mobile, it's it is a very it's very interesting. I just have to like wrap my brain around it because it's two different beasts. So it's like trying for every parent out there. It's like making dinner for your children and trying to get both of them to like it at the same time. It's actually easier to build on PC and mobile, I think. But anyway, I digress. You'll understand when you have kids. Oh my gosh. Kwan, hi. How are you? You can
Howdy,
do in
folks. How's it
Decentraland, like
going?
building for
Good to see you guys. Good to be
PC
here.
versus building for We're mobile. Chilling. Great party this week. Congratulations. Hey, there's
Appreciate it, guys. I
Amy
appreciate
here.
everybody pulling up and stuff. Yeah, we
It's
had a
very
great
interesting.
turnout.
I just have to like wrap
Um,
my brain around
but
it.
I was
There's two
coming
different
up because y'all
pieces.
were
So
cooking up here,
it's like
having a really good
trying
combo.
for every parent who's ever
And
been,
it
it's like
just kind of made
making
me
dinner for your
think about the
children
conversation we were having
trying to
yesterday
get
with
both of
Kim
them to
about,
like it at the same time. You know, that's
how do we
it's
get
actually
these users
so
here, and what our like core demographic is and stuff. And I
I
think
digress.
one of us mentioned the point yesterday of how it's like
You'll
it's
understand
a
me.
gentle combination of
Oh my gosh.
how do
Kwan,
we
hi. How are
create
you?
these how do we create these like user experiences, like what sticks, right? Like what is sticky, what is going to keep a
We're
user
chilling.
coming
Great
back?
party this
And
week.
I think Matt mentioned
Congratulations.
like, why it does Decentraland exist, or like why do people come here? And I think we're not like, I just feel like we're not necessarily catering to, we talk about brand activations, we talk about brand deals, we talk about getting other, big brands and stuff here. I feel like we're not catering to like how the user interacts with the world, if that makes sense. So like coming into Decentraland is easy, right? Now we have mobile, we have the super low poly mode, right? The super low graphics mode or whatever. So basically it may not be the cleanest experience, but like people can access Decentraland. But like why? Right? Like what's gonna keep people coming back here, and like what would make brands want to market in here to like users who, you know, potentially may like buy something or something like from them. I mean, but how do they even approach that if the platform isn't like catering to like the actual experience of like the user and like the user journey and stuff? And so like Kim was saying yesterday, and I'll try to post this thing because I have a little bit of the combo that I recorded, but basically Kim was saying, we're trying to maximize the, or like facilitate like the personal experiences within the world and stuff, and like cater to those. So like if we can make games, or if we can make fun interactive like builds that cater to or nurture to like genuine like human connection and experiences and stuff, that's what these brands and stuff are looking for. That's what's going to bring in a whole bunch of like newcomers and new people, because they can feel safe here to like um have those like sociable like human experiences and stuff. So I think it goes back to what you guys are saying too about, just building it, like not necessarily waiting on anybody, but making sure that we also cater to like the interactions and stuff, and like the personable experiences like within DCL, because I think that's what it's mainly here for. I think this is like one of the most personable spaces that you can be in and own your IP, and do something with your IP. But
Then I would like in my brain I'm thinking about Webkin's World, which was my first metaverse. And that I don't know, has anybody done Webkin's World? I realize it's old, like before Club Penguin. And the people that I played with back then, that was 20 years ago. That's 2007. And I'm still friends with them on Facebook. Like I've watched their kids grow up. Like their kids are in college having their own kids. So then my question is like, why like and Webkins, kind of went, it's still there, but like mostly went under, I don't know, a long time ago. And so I don't go into the world to socialize with those people. I'm on Facebook with them. So my question is like, why Decentraland then? Why not just like make your gaming buddy group, go to your Discord channel, and like that's where you're gonna really extend those relationships with like photos of your dogs and your dinner last night. Like there's no way to build those connections in Decentraland. So that would be my thought is like why like is it sustainable? Like will it last long term? Or will we eventually stay in touch with the people but through like different platforms?
yeah, that's a great question, and I think that kind of happens. whether it's Decentraland or it's Fortnite or if it's an old RuneScape guild or something like that. I think we're always going to use these platforms as sort of stepping stones to foster deeper relationships with people and stuff. It's kind of almost like an augment to our lives. And I think the platform that caters to it the most like robustly is the one that's going to win, to be honest. And the closest one in my mind is Decentraland. And then after that would probably be like The Sims or Second Life or something like that, because you got to think about what people are expecting when it comes to a game like this. They don't necessarily understand that they like own their IP. So that's kind of out the window. People aren't thinking about IP and decentralization and stuff when they come into these spaces. They're thinking about, oh, my friend is in that game that I like to play and we play together and we do this together and I can hang out with them there. And then all of the other like parasocial like platforms and networks like your Twitter and Discord and Instagram and stuff um set the I don't know, they set the like parameters for this social engagement, this like social interaction or whatever. But the place where the the interaction happens is, I guess, better suited on platforms like Decentraland, right? If that makes sense. So like, yes, you can have these types of like experiences and like connections and stuff in real life. Like obviously, like that's where the best moments happen, and that's how like the best connections are made, and you have the strongest connections from people who you go to IRL events with or meet IRL. But if you love a game, say you play Diablo or something like that, and you have a clan, you have a guild, and you love running with those people, there's not necessarily a difference between like the emotional level or frequency of like that companionship or that interaction. It's like I would hang out with him in real life, but we don't have that option, so I'm hanging out with him here. But can I, like you said, like can I send like can I even chat with him really like in Diablo like that? Like can I voice chat? Can I send a picture? Like can I do all these things? And no, like obviously not. Like that game is for that particular experience, right? You're playing Diablo and you're linking up with your friends. Decentraland, like it being catered to like these social interactions are setting themselves up to be more than that, like setting themselves up to be that home, right? To where you don't have to leave this space in order to have those like perimeter like social experiences, right? They have the gallery board where you can post up your pictures. You can I bet eventually you'll be able to see like a huge social feed of everybody, and you'll be able to like and comment and stuff like that. And Decentraland will have its own like internal kind of platform thing or whatever, um, akin to like a X or a Facebook or something like that. We'll have that. I mean, we have the infrastructure already, but you know the ability to connect and stay connected with your friends and the people who you create these magical experiences with on the same platform is ultimately what's going to keep you coming back, right? And so like down the road, will people use a different platform, or will we connect on a different way? Maybe. But is the likelihood of that happening less, like if Decentraland does the right moves right now, if they cater to genuine human experiences right now? Yes. Like I think we'll all be here. I think everybody is going to end up in Decentraland. I think everybody is going to have an account. I think everybody's going to have a name. I think everybody's going to establish themselves in Decentraland with their IP. They're going to learn how to create their own wearables. They're going to understand the value of IP when it comes to their wearables. And I think this is something that can truly like sustain in the long run. So, but yeah, sorry for rambling, guys.
No, it's good. And I'm just like processing. I'm processing. I was going to just comment on like human experiences together because I'm trying to determine for myself like what are the most meaningful experiences that you can have in Decentraland. And I think back to one of the most memorable ones. It's so sad to say it, but it was like the Miller Lite build, which is, I mean,
Yes.
I think I'd rather drink like dirty water then but no, I love Miller. No, I'm joking. If Miller is listening, it's great. But it is not my go-to choice. But that is one of the most memorable
Sorry for
um,
rambling.
activations, and it is the exact time and location that I ever met Oddjob. And I didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was. But like we were at this place, the scene didn't load. We were actually a day early, so we didn't know that. But all we had in front of us was like a door and a combination lock. And no instructions, no nothing. And there were probably 50 people trying to get in to get our Miller Lite wearable. Like this says so much. Sign of the times. So Oddjob and I were like, it's a 4-digit number. Okay, what year was Miller Lite founded? So now I'm like Googling Miller Lite. This is before ChatGPT. I actually had to go like look it up on my own. Like, okay, what date did it start? Like, how many ingredients are in Miller Lite? Like, we were trying to figure out every single way that a like quantitative answer, like numbers, could be involved. And then I think somebody was like, oh whoops, sorry, like it shouldn't have been deployed, come back tomorrow. And so we did. And I don't remember the actual build. I remember that. I remember problem solving with a stranger and like getting as excited as this guy was. And then, didn't know at the time that this had turned into a years long friendship that, my mom and him and I would go out for lunch, at this amazing little restaurant in the Midwest someday. And that I would meet him. I'd drive like 6 hours over 2 mountain passes to meet him for coffee for 50 minutes in an airport, or that he would stand in a line while I went from Portugal to Arizona just so that we could talk to each other for another 50 minutes. Like this one little experience was so memorable. So that's my thought, is like, how do we replicate that in an organic way? But like, I think that is it. Like these small experiences with a tiny group of people, and you have shared memories. Like, yeah, like remember when that sandstorm hit during Buddy Breakout and it like completely pushed me through the door? Like,
Ran me completely off course. Did not know where I
did
was.
it?
Had to restart. That was great. An old guy was my partner, right? And
Oh
we
no.
figured out the command lock. And so he's moving slow with his cane, and I'm
Oh my.
running around clicking all the buttons.
I know, yeah, I know. It was funny. And yeah, Doc is just like, I'm just gonna click them all. I'm like, no, this is a very strategic thing. You don't just randomly click 600 levers and get lucky. Only one works. But yeah, like that was my hope with that, is putting people in a point of not panic, but like struggle, and you have to work together to get out. So yeah, like that's my question. Is it better to have like just random parties where everybody's there, it's real surface level, or create these experiences where like people really have to, I don't know, have just a different way of interacting with each other?
Yeah, like the co-shared kind of experience, right? So like being there with somebody or having a buddy or something like that. I remember the first time, I don't know why this memory just popped up, but I remember the first time I was in Decentraland and went to like the Metaverse Music Festival, and I just remember meeting a couple people. I think it was Graphical at the time, and that was like my first time meeting them, and we like just stuck together. We were just buddies. We didn't know where we were or what we were doing, and they may have been in here for a little bit or something, but I was their buddy and they were my buddy, and we were running around and we would figure stuff out. We would, get airdrops and stuff together, which was really cool. I think Essential should bring that back. And it was a great experience, and like I still talk to that person, and we shared like really really interesting like experiences together that stuck like over time. And like I think it wasn't necessarily about like us even being at the Metaverse Music Festival. It was just like it felt good to like have a friend, and like it felt good to like connect with somebody, and I could chat with them, right? And I could like run up next to them and they could see me, and they could stand there next to me and dance there next to me and stuff. And like I'm mentioning that because like there's just certain things that a platform has to have to like nurture these particular like experiences, like in my opinion, right? Like if you two weren't able to, text chat or something like that, like, in Decentraland during that time, then probably there would probably not have been a way for you guys to connect in that particular way, right? Or become friends like that. So like nurturing and expanding on these basic things that humans love to do, that people want to do whenever they do meet somebody and connect in real life, is going to ultimately help like Decentraland win. So the implement the integration of the voice chat, the reintegration of the voice chat, brilliant, brilliant. It can create like and deepen those like special moments between people, because now I'm not just typing. I can hop on voice if I'm comfortable enough and like chat with you and like hear your voice, and like we can start a connection and start a relationship that way, like. So we've seen like the evolution of it from where Decentraland started, right? Where people were just having these sort of random interactions with each other, either through like big gatherings or events or small and micro moments. Those things are still happening today, but now they're enhanced, right? Now there's something different behind it. Now the experience is a little bit more refined, and those connections could probably, be a lot deeper, and have the opportunity to be a lot deeper. So, no, I don't think it takes parties. I don't think it takes events. I don't think it takes anything. I think it takes curiosity and the platform's ability to cater to that curiosity, to be honest.
Yeah, and Quan, you bring up some interesting points, like because a lot of the people in this room, I've met you, back in the big bull run, and I know a lot of those are the the core group of people that come in all the time, every day, probably too much. We all kind of started around the same time, and I think we forged friendships around the same time. So then I'm like, is this like, is it because we were all kind of fresh and new and like starting on the same playing field? Because if I stepped in, well, like for Second Life, when I went in there, I was a noob. Everybody knew each other. Everybody was talking, and I felt like kind of like, oh, okay, like this isn't my place. Like this is their place. So I almost wonder, like, are we doing that without even realizing it? Like to new users coming in, like maybe that is why so many of us felt comfortable enough to stick around back in 21 or 22. And I don't know, like I kind of want to self-examine, like the way that uh, the way that interactions happen and flow over time. Like, what if there was another catalyst event that got, a bunch of new users coming in? Would they feel more comfortable connecting with another new player or connecting with somebody that's been there for 5 years? Because I kind of feel like it's the newness that would bring people together and be like, oh, you're new here? Oh, I am too. Let's explore together.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there is definitely an element to that, like the new player experience and being together with other new players. But like, I mean, if we're comparing it here with the Centraland, I mean, there was definitely that divide between the OG and then like I was talking to Dr. Drip yesterday about this about like us, like I consider us kind of like second generation Decentraland users, the ones that came in like either like while the during the hype where like the assets were just too high for a lot of us to afford, and like then there was like the OGs that were like that had the assets and were gatekeeping everything and wouldn't tell you how to set up a freaking RTMP server. And yeah, so um I feel like at least us as the second generation, I feel like we try our hardest to include new users, and we're always happy to speak with them. Um, opposed to like what was your example just now? Was it Roblox? Like the OG play the oh no, Second Life. Where like yeah, everyone comes in, they all know each other. And also I mean Second Life is very complicated. Like just to like put on a shirt, you need to like go through like a bunch of menus of stuff. Opposed to here in Decentraland, you just like double click on your shirt that you want to wear and you put it on and move on.
And you don't own that shirt, right? That's another thing too,
Exactly.
that's another part to it. I think that's a big part to it, bro. It's like we have these places that are really, really complex and really robust and stuff, and obviously are OG and catering towards these human experiences and shit that we're talking about. Like the reason why people stay in Second Life. That's the reason why a lot of Decentraland's like new players and stuff are coming from that Second Life like area and stuff like that. It's because those people are like you're saying, like they're comfortable with that space, they're comfortable with that experience, but they don't own anything in that experience. And we have that opportunity here to completely like, I don't know, like radically shift these people's perspective. Like, I don't know if that's like too much gravity, but like people have no idea about ownership really. Like when you think about it, they're not worried about like, oh, I don't care, like I do own this. What do you mean? I bought it. Like, yeah, I bought this skin, like it's mine. But you can't do hardly anything with it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think Decentraland has a huge opportunity right now to like shift the mentality behind IP, wearables, friendships, relationships, and like what all that means. Because like we're here having this experience. Okay, so like so like we are in a virtual space, but imagine if we were like having these moments like in real life, right? Like we go to a concert together and somebody randomly drops us like all like a shirt or like a hat or an aura or something like that. We all simultaneously live put it on and it's like ours, right? And it's like, okay. Like we all just had this crazy shared experience and we own these assets that we just had this experience with, right? So like, and that's us. That's like our IP. That's like we own that. We can do whatever we want to with it. And that's our culture. That's not just what's happening. Like that's the way that it is. Like that's our culture and stuff. So like it's a completely different mentality, I think, over here when it comes to these like the aspect of like where you are, like what's comfortable, what your level of comfortability is, like what your like expectations are for these platforms. Because I can never go back. Like it's hard for me to play those types of games. You know what I'm saying? Like I like them, but like I know in my mind, like I don't really own anything here, and so it kind of lessens the experience. But I think that people who get exposed to that, I think that is where that newness and that freshness comes in. And I think we're gonna see a lot of that in the next like coming months, in the next coming years, of people who are getting exposed to Decentraland. They want to understand what IP is. They want to understand how like that concept of like owning my assets and stuff. And that's gonna create some really, really, really cool some really cool moments. But yeah. Oh, did we lose Canessa? Oh.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's try to get her back up here. She's trying to be a speaker, but nah, 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 nah. We can't do that to Canessa. She has to be a co-host.
He's got to be co-host for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. Okay, okay, okay. There's the button. Okay. All right. She should have gotten an invite.
The silence is brought to you by Dr. Drip Raffle Manager. If you haven't grabbed the Raffle Manager, do so in the Decentraland Marketplace right now.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's
Hey,
try to
I
get
just
her
want to
back up here. She's
jump
trying
up
to
here
be
for
a
a second while
speaker,
we're
but
waiting on Kanessa and
no, we can't do that to
kind of give my
Canessa.
2 cents on, I
She's
think,
a
what
co-host.
Kanessa and Kwan were
Yeah,
bringing up
exactly.
earlier. We did have a conversation in Genesis Plaza just about what is Decentraland about, right? Um,
All right.
in Roblox, you kind of when you jump in, you get this big window of different scenes that you can visit and stuff. So it's really straightforward. It's like, okay, I have to pick one of these scenes, go to it, and start playing games and making friends. But I feel like with Decentraland, it's a little bit harder to make that connection of exactly what to do, and so that's why we have welcome guides and people like that to kind of point people in the right direction. But even then, it's like, what direction are you really pointing them to? But kind of to what Kanessa was saying, like in the beginning, for us, that kind of all came in the same time after the meta rush. I think it was like at the end of well, I came in October 2022 or 21, and then I think the Facebook announcement thing was like in November, maybe, like right after. I can't remember, but we all kind of came in together, and there was a big rush of people. Dr. Drip was there. Everybody here was there for the most part, and we all connected because we're all trying to figure out what there is to do in Decentraland, right? Like, we make fun of the age-old question, like, oh, how do I make money in Decentraland, right? But that's like what everybody was screaming at the time, like, how do you make money in Decentraland? And so, we had to voice it, and we all, sat around people that were, evangelizing Web3 in some sense, over at the Holy Ones, and just kind of following around different projects, but you know, chilling in Wondermine or whatever. But the idea was that we were all getting together to try to figure this space out. Like, we could see the vision, but that was kind of all that existed at the time, was the vision, and it was really exciting for us all to get together and figure out, okay, like, what's next, who's going to be the next, who's going to take advantage of this, so that was fun, and that's what kind of caused, brought us all together. And I feel like nowadays, like, I think like Sinful or Kness was saying, what one of you, it's like the split between like the visitors and the OGs, right? Okay, baby, hold on one second. So it's like the split between the visitors and the OGs, and I feel like we didn't have that guidance before. The OGs were a little bit different. They're like, hey, I got these L1s, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the shit.
Give me
Or,
5 ETH for one.
exactly, you know what I mean? Like, I think back then it was like $1,500 for a dance floor, right? Like, totally different times. I think it was like 3 grand for me to post my first wearable or something. So it was just like ridiculous, but back then it was different. Now the OGs are the ones that are basically telling people how to play Decentraland and what to do, right? And so we didn't have that guidance. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we have to go back to our roots and just, like, focus on, like, what we can do again. Like, we have new tools, we have new platform, we have, all these new things. Like, maybe it's a shift from, like, hey, new guy over there, like, come and see, like, what's going on, to more of like, hey, let's all, like, rediscover, refigure out, like, what Decentraland's about and what we want to do here. That's it. So I appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, great to hear from you, Matt. And isn't it kind of funny? It's like, we've shifted into the OG role. Like, now it's like we're the OG, but then like our OG, like the OG, the people that we consider OGs are like the ones that are coming in and are like, praise me because I built something in 2021. And we're just like, nah, bro, we're way past that. Like, you got to build something new.
Well, there's new tech. You know what I mean? Like, there's new stuff in Decentraland, and I think that goes to where Matt's point is like, we have to reassess the things that are possible now. It's a whole new, it's 2.0 literally, you know what I mean? So the OGs who think that, they have this all figured out, like, I would say, like, we're completely wrong. We're completely mistaken. Like, we haven't even, like, touched on some of the things that are possible here now, right? Like, I think just a couple days ago they introduced jiggle physics. You know what I mean? Like, there's particle emissions, there's different levels to this now, of this experience. And I think we have to take this time to come together, like he's saying, like, as a community, and really bring out, like, okay, this is what works. This is these things don't. Let's focus on this, make this as best, make this the best that we can, refine this experience, whether it's a parkour, whether it's a puzzle, whether it's bowling, whether it's the flight, whether it's gliding or whatever. So many cool mechanics out now. Like, we just have to kind of sit down and figure out what, like, what to, like, focus in on. So yeah, totally with you there, man. It's good to hear from you too, bro.
Let's do a wellness check on Canessa. She doesn't seem to be accepting my co-host request, so I'm starting to worry.
Earth to Kanasa.
Earth to Canessa. Unless like we just caught her at like the worst time. Here, let me see actually. Okay. Just she'll be back. She'll be back. She's setting up a very important business business transaction for 12-year-olds. I'm starting to worry. But yeah, very good conversation so far, and just want to give a few shout outs. I see Shorty down there and listeners, great to see you, Shorty. Arahad, welcome. IH8Y. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'll just spell it out. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. And Digital Missiles, actually, from the Pudgy fam, bro. You have been one of those that has been showing up for us, like for the last like few weeks. Really appreciate you, man, and we see you. If you have any questions about Decentraland or curious on what the hell we're doing and talking about, you're always welcome to come up and ask. And hello, Scat. I see you down there in the listeners as well. And let's see, looking around the room here, I see Zom, I see Bernie Roots. Welcome, Bernie Roots. We got a Meta Tiger, um, a Misconduct, a Peter Elf. Oh, Derek's here. What's up, Derek? Great to see you. Thank you for pulling up. And oh, of course, got to say hello to the J Elf. And I just realized that the couch that was under me has is no longer there.
Yeah, I noticed that
Yeah,
too. I
yeah.
was like, whoops.
I saw you adjust too because you were leaning against the couch.
Yeah, I just kind of like slyly turned there. It's like, oh yeah, I've been
Well,
chilling
well,
here
I
like this.
guess I guess I'll just be dead while the couch is not here. Just die.
Have my beanbag equipped. No, no. Guess I'll just feed the birds.
Yeah, we'll just feed the city chickens. Did
Feed the
one of
city.
those city chickens just come over and peck my head?
I think so, dude.
Yeah. Oh, he's curb stomping my ass.
Hey, hey, blame the chicken, not me. Blame
Right?
the city
He
chicken.
just goes through and curb stomps me. Shit. Very violent. What up, Seven Color Harmony? Great to see you. And I mean, I guess while we wait for Canessa, we could say hello to MetaBeast, who has come up to speak about maybe 5 years ago, and he's been patiently waiting. Good morning, MetaBeast.
Morning, everyone. Happy poke somebody with a toothpick day.
Is that what today is?
It is in one of those weird calendars that most people don't have. Anyway,
Well, it's going on mine. It's going on my calendar now. How
see, yes, exactly. You know, we had World Invisible Hat Day the other day, and yesterday was or International Spare Sats. Sats? Anybody got any spare Sats? Anyway, no, I came up to. I don't know. I don't know if you've tried it, Sinful. I don't think you have, or if you have Klein, but I was kind of curious. I put together just a little trivia thing called "How well do you or you think you know Decentraland?" Um, there's a number of people who played. Currently, Madamus I think has the highest score of 9 out of 17. Um, but I did want to mention that I did purpose. So I had seen somebody comment asking about they had passed some questions, which it does state at the beginning. If you pass a question, you can't come back to it. purposely have done that, and you only get one chance because I didn't want people using AI. I wanted people to come, and if you knew the answer, you knew the answer. Uh, so it's definitely probably more difficult than some people might make it, but that's the point. And I'm I think that one ends tomorrow because I'm getting ready to do another round. But yeah, check it out. It's oh shit, I don't have the coordinates. It's negative 88. I'm just gonna say negative 88, 88, somewhere around there.
You mentioned you didn't want people to use AI, but like we're in the AI age, my friend. Like pretty soon we're gonna have AI like integrated into our brains. So we need to start accounting for this.
You
Well,
done already?
and you can call me a hypocrite for doing it. I used AI to make the scene, but I don't want people using AI to answer their questions.
Like rules for thee, not for me. uh So tell us, sir, which AI did you use? Which AI has the most in-depth knowledge on Decentraland and why? I want a full five-page essay about this on my
Yep.
desk by the end of the space.
Oh my.
So we need to start accounting for this.
You done already? You better get to
I hear people
it.
doing all this stuff that they're doing with AI, and I can't get it to do it. I will get it to it'll do something and it'll do it right, but then I still have stuff to add or I have to make a revision. And once it does that, then everything seems to break and it can never get it back. But pretty much,
Tell us,
I've
sir,
been
which
using
AI did
Claude
you use? Which AI
um,
has the most
for several reasons.
knowledge
Claude can
on
connect to
Decentraland
Blender
and why? I want
and
a
create
full
3D
five-page
objects
essay about this
inside Blender.
on my desk
Um,
by the end of the space.
Very cool. It's still, it's not anything super
You
fancy
better get to
or elaborate. It's going to be more just geometric shapes of stuff. Um, but then it can also, I also can, when you're in the Creator Hub and you click the code button, opens up my Visual Studio. I can use Claude in there. Um, but I've also been trying to utilize the Open DCL along with Claude as well. I've only around with it. I played around with it once, and then I was having issues logging in or just getting it set up again. I finally figured that out, and I'm gonna try something a little bit uh, more elaborate, I think, and see what it can do here pretty soon. I don't know if anybody else has tried OpenDCL, but um, I'm very interested to see what it can create. Um, but yeah, pretty much Claude is the best for me. I have not used Cursor. I don't think it's Cursor. I know there's one when you open up Video Studio, it has it. There's an AI that'll help you for a little bit for free. It doesn't last long though, or long enough at least to create a build. Um, but I find Claude seems to have the most access to things, and it just seems the best to me, I guess. You
Yes, Claude definitely has the most ability for you to submit to the overlord. You're right. I mean, it has to be my favorite because, like, I could just literally be like, okay, I want to do this, but I don't want to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, I want you to do this for me. And then it'll be like, okay, well, this is how we do it. I'll set this up. It'll set up a bunch of stuff. And then it'll say, okay, what I need you to do is this, this, and this, and then I'll say to it, I don't want to do anything. You do it, and then it'll do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave Claude my social security yesterday.
I'm down.
Claude can have anything it wants from me, I think, at this point.
I'm sure it has it already.
Probably, and it will probably tell you it's not can't get that information or doesn't have it, even though it probably does. One thing I have uh, found difficult is so I'm guessing it used to be in the web browser version. When you go to preview your build, there was something you could click or something you could do, and it would show coordinates within the build. I don't see that available in the Creator Hub, and AI can't seem to pinpoint where things are in your build, even if you give it the location that it states in the Creator Hub. Because it can't seem to align things, and then it also always tends to have a problem with rotation, which is crazy. Trying to think of an example for that, but certain things it'll come in at a 90 degree angle, and it should have been at be facing the completely different way. It doesn't seem to understand how to see that or make that happen correctly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so these models don't necessarily understand three-dimensional space. Like they're working in a vector space. A lot of, people call it latent space and stuff, and that's for like to like find their context, right? These are majority like context models. So whenever you're putting it into like the frame of reference of like a 3D space and like a 3D environment, it doesn't know necessarily like where to pull from. It doesn't know that X, Y, and Z lie in these particular dimensions, and that you have a 3D plane or surface that you're working with that sits at these coordinates or these angles and stuff. It doesn't understand, okay, this object natural positioning in world should be upright. It doesn't know that. It doesn't really get that frame of reference because it's not pulling from that particular context, right? Unless you tell it to. So a lot of the times, like what I tell most people dealing with like AI is like, make sure that you have like full access to like context of whatever it is that you're doing. Like OpenDCL is good. It's great, but you know, if you're working strictly like with agents, if you're working, with OpenDCL on top of other, other things like, the MCP or whatever, it still needs that context because it doesn't have access necessarily to like the Blender docs because you haven't given it that, right? So it doesn't know what it's working with. So it's just about, providing as much context as you can to the model, whether it's Claude, Codex, whatever, Gemini, whatever, and giving it that like, ability to quote unquote like see where it's at.
So I have to know things that I don't know how to do or what they are, and
Yeah.
tell Claude. All right, because I gave it all the I gave it. It allegedly went and got all those skills. It supposedly has how to build in Decentraland. I sent it to the repository, and um, even got it familiar with OpenDCL. Um, but I thought these things were learning too. Why aren't they learning then from their mistakes on how to make it better?
Well, again, I mean, it comes with how have your repository set up or how you have your environment set up. Really, I mean, these models aren't necessarily trained to like save your information like that. They have a certain window of context, and if anything falls outside of it, the context gets compressed. And so some of your conversation gets compressed, some of the contextual information, the important stuff gets compressed, and they have to retrieve it, right? So a way around that, and what a lot of people are doing, or is every time that the AI processes something or learns something new, yes, it can save it to the skills, but it also saves it to like a soul file, like a soul.md file. And what that soul.md file is basically like its core functionality. So even if you have like you may have like one file that that is the skills or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have like a direction on like the core flow of what it should do and what in like models or skills that it should be using. So you create this soul thing, and every time it updates the skill, it adds it to the soul MD file and has like that perpetual memory. And what it is like you're telling it like, I want you to basically update yourself. Every time you learn something new, you become the embodiment of that model. You're not pulling from that MD file anymore. You're not pulling from that skill tree. These skills are you, and this is just your base layer. So there's a way that you can definitely do that, like have that kind of persistent memory. But for the most part, it does take like some external stuff. Hermes is pretty good. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's a local model. It's open source. I put my boys on it, and it's super good at memory and like contextual information. It's really really good. You should check it out.
I've not heard of Hermes. Have been trying to put together some sort of model that I can use for free on my desktop using like Llama. Is what I've been using. Um, but Hermes is a new one on me. Shoot, there was something else I was going to say. Oh, I can only imagine that somebody that knows what they're doing more than I with AI would see my setup and probably throw up. That's just my guess, but um, I can't
Yeah,
organize myself, let alone all the stuff AI's doing.
yeah. I mean, I think that's another conversation in and of itself, bro. Like, are we teaching ourselves? Are we updating our skill sets? Right? Are we adding to our soul MD file? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this information and the stuff that we are building, like, are we refining that information and stuff? It's a big question. There's a lot of slop and a lot of builds and a lot of code and stuff. A lot of leaks. That people aren't paying attention to because they just don't know. We're not working with 5-year, 10-year like developers and stuff, or security specialists. These are random people who got access to really, really powerful stuff. So, you know, there is definitely that need for um, that to be looked into and analyzing that, um, and paying attention to what you're building and like learning from what you're building, right? Like taking those skills, like, oh, okay, like run a security patch on my build, right? Make sure that there aren't any potential vulnerabilities with my packages. These are things that like you should regularly be doing, but you could like have it as a soul, like have it imprinted as like the soul MD file, so that your agent just does that, right? It just knows like and stays secure and like and stays up to date and stuff. But like it's just little stuff like that that you learn, and there's gonna be a huge learning curve for people who are on top of that sooner. So
It, it's fun. You brought up the memory part, which is funny to me because I use Gemini for other stuff. Um, and it doesn't like to remember stuff, but it sure as hell loves to almost consistently turn things into a Kinky Pinky Candle Co. ad, something I do, every time. It cannot seem to forget that, especially when I don't want it to remember it. It's crazy. it seems to remember the stuff you don't want it to, but not the stuff you want it to.
Yeah, I wonder what that could be like. Whether it's like you started the conversation with asking for that, so now it's like part of its core being. Um, like and this is a kind of like an interesting conversation because like I I too am one of those individuals that's like, okay, we have these agents, they're great, but like how do we get them to remember stuff and all that? So like my method has been like I've still been using Claude or Cursor or Claude through Cursor, but on top of that, like I told it to set up kind of like just a core memory file in a way where like anything that we do, any conversations that we have, and any discoveries that we have, record them into this file. And so then, let's say once Cursor has an update, and like like I do the update, I install it, and then it's like I get a fresh new agent. So what I tell it to do is go back to this core memory file, get up to date, and let's keep cooking. And then it'll like go there, read it, come back, be like, all right, I know exactly where we left off. But on top of that, like I told
Yeah,
it
I mean, and
to set
that's
up kind
brilliant,
of
bro.
like just
That
a
probably
core
the
memory
top
file
of
in
the
a way
line, like
where
advanced,
like anything
one of
that
the
we
most
do,
advanced ways
any
that
conversations that we
we can
have,
save
and
that
any
context.
discoveries
And,
that we have,
a lot
record
of these
them
models are
into
getting
this
better.
file. And
I
so
think
then
Hermes
let's
is probably
say
the
once
closest one that, like,
Cursor has an
like I was saying
update,
earlier, that has that persistent
um
memory, because that's
and
a
like
huge issue
like I do the
in that
update,
field.
I
Is like,
install it, and
you
then
know,
it's like I get
we
a fresh
want
new agent. So what I
we
tell it to
want
do
the
is go
problem is
back
like
to
we
this
don't want the
core
agents to
memory
necessarily
file,
remember
get up to
everything, though.
date,
That's the
and
thing.
let's keep
We don't
cooking.
want the agents
And
to
then it'll
remember
like
everything.
go
We don't
there,
remember
read it,
everything,
come back, be
right?
like,
We
all
want
right,
the
I know
agents to
exactly where
remember
we
the
left off.
important stuff. And so how do we dictate what's important to the agent in the best way, right? In like the most efficient way, so that the agent like understands that whenever we make this type of discovery, not the entire discovery, not the process that it took to get there, but when we make this particular discovery, we save that. That goes in my soul file, that goes in my core file, you know. And when we have this special moment in this conversation, that goes in this particular section of my core file when it relates to like the relationship I have with with my human, like with the user. So how do we, how do we get the agents to like understand that and like persistently do that? Because I think that's a kind of an easier chunk to bite out of than trying to have the agent remember all of the context, right? I think that's where like different distilled models are going to be highly valuable in the future, because like if you can have a model that's not too much weight, it has more room for like context, if that makes sense. It has more room for memory and more like robust memory. So like if I can get a refined and like a distilled version of Claude Opus 4 point, or 5, 5.6 or some shit like that, or whatever model we're on. That isn't 30 something gigs, the full context window, that isn't like super massive on my PC, and download it locally. And then like have a system to where I just train it. I train it up on the context. That that's that's amazing. That's good. That would be brilliant, because then like all of the skills that it's learning, it has plenty of room to like navigate those things and like add them to its core. So it's really, I think it's really important to um find these models, or like find a way to integrate these distilled models, so that you have like more contextual memory and stuff. Um, because that's what it's about. It's not, we don't need to save everything. We don't need to remember everything, but we need the important moments, you know.
Well, it does need to remember everything, at least for what I want, because I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want, and I keep searching. And AI actually did it very well when it first came out, and then they killed those versions. Uh, is telling a story in a and doing so with some feeling and expressions even capabilities of doing accents or even something like a stutter. Um,
Meta
I,
Beast wants a sentient AI.
yeah, pretty much. Well, I got two whole fucking worlds that I want to build on and do stories. One's the metaverse gods, and they're called the Neurales. But there's doesn't seem to be really anything out there. I've looked at their storytelling ones, but even those aren't quite up to par for what I truly want. I guess I don't know, because I used to do we used to do stories in Shorty Space all the time. And they were freaking funny. And they'd read a story. Oh, the other problem is the length of a response. You can't you can't get a full, best-selling novel chapter written out. It seems you may be able to a little bit closer to now, but then it always stops in the middle of the story and asks you questions, or it will force itself to try to complete the story before your tokens run out for that conversation. So, which with that what you guys were talking about with if it learns something new or whatever, I've not ever thought of that. It's definitely a good idea. I have had to in the past have AI summarize a specific chat that we've been doing that how they run out. You can't continue under that same topic or whatever you've been working on. You have to open a new chat. um I've had to have Claude several times, all right, summarize all this so you can pick up and continue where we left off when I have to switch to a new chat. And that one's good at telling you you're getting close to the end of that too. The other ones would just all of a sudden, no more.
See, we gotta connect that back up.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry. Sorry, for my immediate absence, I was needed elsewhere. But I'm back. What did I miss?
AI talk, that's all.
That's good talk. That I was comparing an AI, the cursor that I use, with a different cursor or a different AI that a friend uses to build with, and we were both building the same thing to try to see like how it would kind of work, and it was really interesting, just to see the speed and then like how it did it. So I think I don't know. I was like, we should all get together with our different AI engines and try to build something similar, and then just see which one builds it with the best, with the most accuracy, with like, speed, less errors.
I would like to see two bots on a piece of land trying to build something, or like competing to like build something on a piece of land or something like that, where they're like, they got a set of tools or whatever, and you can like watch the bots like with their Decentraland avatars go over to their tool sets and like maybe pick up a hammer and go back somewhere else and start constructing like their world, like their land, like whatever they see. That's gonna be, I mean, I think that's super interesting with all of the information that could be fed and like trained on for that model. Super interesting stuff. You think about like the fact that Decentraland does have like the ability to basically like house agents already. Like we have bots, like we have AI already, like we have the infrastructure for it. Why aren't we going more towards that direction too? Like we want to talk about stickiness and retention and stuff. Like come watch, come watch these bots build together, or come watch, what's going on in here, like this life happening autonomously in this other world or whatever.
Well, and I wonder because I know some people like I think there was a grant that was just about like, hey, let's populate the world with agents so that it's not empty. But then I've also heard like Kim say, hey, that's not what we're trying to do here. And we're not trying to populate a world with just to populate it. We're trying to bring in like real people for real organic experiences. So I know some metaverses, that's what they're doing, and they're putting in a bunch of AI agents that will go around and interact. But I do like the idea that if you meet somebody here, it's a real person. So where do you guys think the balance is between like it's fun to watch SpongeTron try to like navigate shit and roast us, which he hasn't roasted us for a while. And it was interesting to interact with like Viola. I think the first AI that I ever saw here in Decentraland. But is that where we're going? Is that what we should be trying to populate? Or like is it and then you guys have seen the movie Free Guy, right? Like where he's an NPC character. And like the whole idea was that they just created this world for like NPCs to interact with each other. Please tell me you guys have seen Free Guy.
It's basically like the
Absolutely.
Truman Show.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Truman Show. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, is
I mean, I definitely I would agree with Kim, like you know that like world populated by AI may not be like the goal that we're trying to reach here, but I do think there is like some way to integrate AI and make things easier for us. Like for example, like having the ability to like let's say at La Cantina when there's no events going on, we have oh man, it's at the tip of my tongue. Your intern's name.
McKenna?
W-
Well, McKenna is
no, that's the
Cantina.
other.
Aisha.
That's Aisha. Yes, we have Aisha like greeting users like that come to La Cantina. Like, hey, hello. I'm Aisha. I'm Canessa's assistant. Canessa's not here right now. If you'd like to leave a message, you can leave one with me, or yeah, feel free to check out La Cantina and all its amenities and everything it has to offer. Like, kind of like in a way the AI could be the resource for like the parcel. Like let's say the person comes up to, I don't know, the POAP machine or OP badge machine, and he wants to know more about it. So then Aisha comes, is like, oh, this is an OP badge booth. It's connected to openpage.fun and blah blah blah. That's where I see like the role of AI in Decentraland.
So basically, like interactive UI overlays instead of just
It,
like a sheet of paper you read. It's a entity interacting with you.
It's like a parcel buddy. Yeah, it's like a parcel assistant, basically. And I think that's great. I think that should be a standard, honestly. Um, because I don't, and I agree with him. We don't want a whole bunch of bots like running around in Decentraland. We want the experiences to be as human as possible, as close as we can. And I think any type of real bot integration or AI integration should be purely spectacle, purely spectacle. Like we should have like a bot arena where like people come to, and it's just like that. It's on a plot of land, and we just strictly watch these bots battle it out here. But they're not like populating anywhere else. They're just like right here in this one arena where we come to, and we can you know, build our own bots and like put them up for, a competition or something, like whose agent is the best. You know what I'm saying? Like who can solve this parkour the quickest, like which agent is smartest or whatever, stuff like this, simple stuff like that. But it should be purely spectacle, huge lighting, big stadium vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like really get people pumped up and stuff to come in here, and just watch that, right? But not, you know, no, we don't want bots in here. Like we want people. We want people to come in here. So I think the gentle mix, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and and I'm happy you went in that direction because earlier when you said like what if we can get two models AI models on Decentraland in the same land and like have them build and judge them. I was like thinking like AI model fights, brawls. I was like, yes, let's get them, let's trap them into the Central Land and have them fight, and then and then whoever's the winner, we use them.
Isn't
I
that what I
actually,
said? I thought that's what I said, right? Like, yeah. No, that's. I think that's great, bro. I think that's a great idea, and that's pretty much what I mean. Any kind of thing like that. But like we have to take advantage of like the tools that we have. Like this stuff can already be done. We've already seen agents in here, obviously, right? Like we've had plenty of plenty of those moments. But I think the direction that they were going beforehand, where they were trying to be like NPCs or populate the world or like sort of like that. I think it was like um minimizing what was actually here instead of like maximizing the big potential of like, okay, we have agents in world who are like walking around and like basically seeing what's going on, and we're not, where they're not fighting, right? Like they're not on a piece of land like trying to build something or like trying to like solve this puzzle or like like create this artwork or whatever on this one person's parcel or something, like, you know what I mean, like what's going on. We don't have a parcel specifically dedicated to like AI art battles and stuff using actual AI, like we have this texture, you know what I mean, and that's what I mean. Like it doesn't need to be, the world's not going to be populated by bots, but it's going to have the accessibility to like be entertained by bots, and that's really what we need to like capitalize on. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Even just have the bot, like if is a bot, it's like have them be more of a resource than the entertainment itself or like, the engagement itself. It's like, hey, welcome to Genesis Plaza. Right now, everyone's partying at Make Stack for the Meta Beast roaming party. You should pop in. Or I see some users playing Antrim right now, so if you'd like to game with some other people, like jump on in or whatever. Yeah,
Or like
allow them to be the
actually ask
resource.
them questions and stuff too, like, hey, what are you into? Like, what do you like to do? Why'd you come into the Central Land? And like give them a like a more genuine type of, guidance and like experience, like, without the whole like, how do I make money here type of situation. But yeah.
It's like, hey, welcome to Genesis Plaza. Oh, the good old days, dude. Like even though I make fun of it a lot, like like when you said, how do I make money here, it just like made me giggle because like that, like, that was like the inside joke that we had going back then, or even, I mean, now we still kind of use this joke still. So uh a good blast from the past. But how do you make money here?
ask AI.
You're right. I'm gonna ask Claude. How do I make money on Decentraland? I'll tell it to shut off all my trading bots. I just want to make money on Decentraland.
Or just do what people have been doing forever. Hop into Genesis
Oh,
Plaza
scamming?
and just ask
Oh.
ask people there, how do you make money here?
I thought you were leaning towards like when you said do what everyone else does is like what, scam people, like everyone else
Well, that's an
makes.
option too, I suppose.
Not a very good one though.
Well,
We need.
yeah, in my opinion, not either. Not something I could probably actually pull off. So,
No, no, not for me. Not for me. I just want to make money on Decentraland.
or just do
So,
what
Canessa, I'm so happy
people have
that
been
you're
doing
back. Did you
forever.
bring
Hop
me
into
any lemonade?
Genesis
Oh,
Plaza
scamming?
and just
I
ask
can. I mean, I got to see what the
people there, how do you
going
make money
price is
here?
right now. It better be like 50 cents. And
I thought you were leaning towards like when
and
you
yeah,
said
I
do
don't
what
I don't
everyone
even
else
know about the
does is
price.
like
I
what,
did not
scam people, like
go over that
Well, that's an
the board
option
well,
too, I
members.
well,
suppose.
Watch you like go over there and check, and it's like, oh, it's $1 now, and you're like, what? It's gone up
Oh my
a
gosh.
100% since the last time I was here, and they like start giving you this whole like spiel, like, oh yeah, demand is high and supply is low, and
Well, we had to talk about like who gets what money. I was like, well, like this lemonade powder really cost me a lot, and the cookies. So yeah,
uh,
I don't know.
uh, I see. So you're the investor
I'm the
for
oh
the
my gosh,
investor for the
yeah.
business.
I'm the investor. I'm yeah. Still the investor. Yeah.
You're the seed fund.
Oh my gosh, I think I'll be the investor for a long time. Yep.
Yep, yep, yep. At least until they're both 18.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I think it's gonna go way past that. I think.
Yeah, well, that's why I said like at least.
Yeah. Yep.
You never know. You never know.
No. 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 I think college is getting cheaper, right, with inflation.
College is getting cheaper with inflation.
Just say yes.
Uh,
Just say yes. Just say yes. And yeah, don't have to worry about that yet.
yeah, just not quite yet.
Yeah.
Soon. But by then we are hoping that we're just like super crypto trillionaires by
Oh
then.
my gosh.
Yeah, we invested $1,000 into Bitcoin back in 2026, and it has grown to $1 trillion.
Why not? I mean, I don't know. Some of the things I'm seeing here are so bullish.
College is getting
Like
cheaper with
being able to
inflation.
build, being able to code. So I don't know. I mean, it feels like there's momentum moving towards something. Like just personally seeing what I'm able to build now compared to a year ago or compared to like 3 years ago. And then, other people too, like seeing what they're building. And I'm just, yeah, I'm like in awe and I'm blown away.
Yeah, we
Um,
invested $1,000 into
so
Bitcoin back in
we're like
2026,
on
and it has
a
grown to
spaceship with like a
$1 trillion.
trajectory going through space. And I think we're like trying to get to, the I don't know, like the interstellar universe, but I honestly don't know where we're going to end up. It's going to be like a wormhole, I think that we go through, and the people that have like learned, continue to build their skills, haven't shut off to like new tech that might be kind of scary. I think they're the ones that are going to like cruise through the wormhole and get to the other side. And then the AI is going to like let us live too.
Oh yeah, we'll be the creative ones. AI only likes creative people, and yeah, we're the ones that will stick around with the AI overlords.
Well, it's so funny that we always joke about that like AI is going to get us. But you think about like the perspective about technology from the 80s and 90s was like technology is going to ruin us. It's going to Terminator's going to come back, like the future is scary. But think about that in the 50s when we were like putting people in space. I don't know if we were putting them on the moon, depends on who you ask, but like technology was completely embraced. Like they were doing new things with I mean, some that they shouldn't have been doing, but like I wonder what if we would have had that mentality when AI, came out. Would we be like not even able to see the bad? Because I think like all of us were shaped by freaking Terminator, man. Like the machines are coming, and then each movie that came after that, that's like tech is bad, tech is bad. Like you're on your phone too much, you're on screens too much. Like, what if our perspective wasn't so like inherently starting from a place of like negativity, and what if it was just like completely open and like willing to receive whatever perspective came. I don't know. Think about that a lot.
No, the narrative we've been fed is trash, Canesta. The narrative has been so trash. I mean, you think about like the Matrix and stuff, and how like I don't know, like all like you said, the Terminator was a perfect example. Like, but we've just been fed like all of these like really dystopian, really like downtrodden and like bleak expectations of what like our quote unquote mergence with machine looks like. And I think moments like this, I think moments like Meta Beast using, AI to connect to his blender and like, connect with OpenDCL to build something is beautiful. I think that's a beautiful example of like what the mergence could be of like, if we actively learn how to utilize AI in that way to like create art, like Sinful was saying, like to be creative, to like help spur that creativity and stuff. I think that's where the true opportunity lies. And I think I honestly I really know it sounds super bullish, but I really think that Decentraland is like the perfect place to showcase that from like the aesthetic to the technology. So like if we can create that moment, if we can create those experiences, like, okay, this is a safe place to engage and build like agentic systems with, like, that may be like the next kind of frontier or like the next thing that kind of pushes DCL like forward and like to the forefront and like not make it so scary, right? Like let people know like this isn't something that you should be like worrying about like necessarily, like it's not going to take over your jobs, like come build here, you know what I'm saying, come learn these systems here in this like safe and cool like environment and stuff, and like own your IP and stuff while you're at it. But yeah, I definitely agree the narrative has been super trashed, super trash.
Is the future still so bright we have to wear shades?
Yeah, it is. Even at night, I wear I wear my
Yeah,
glasses at night.
what they don't tell you about the future is that there's going to be this huge solar flare that is going to make Earth very bright. So I highly recommend having some glasses.
I just want to jump in and say I have a lot of flair. So there's that. Hi kittens. Look at all our cute little pudgies. Look what you started, Cadessa. We've got congrats, Dr. Drip. Couple things really quick. First of all, Quan, huge congratulations on your opening. Fantastic. What a build. You should be really proud, man. It's been great to watch you cook. And just a huge congratulations. Canessa 529s for college. Start stuffing them full. They're tax free. You should start, if you don't already, make sure you're stuffing them full every year for those kids. And if they decide they don't want to go to college, you could still go back to school yourself or something else. Maybe you want to be a hairdresser, you could do that too. So
Can I
that's a
go for
pro.
crypto NFTs? Is there a
It
class?
depends if you find a school that'll let you do it. I'm sure you could probably do it. So there is that, but I would definitely be parking those full right now, every year to the max. Family's in the car, but I do have something else once we land. I'll be right back. Everybody say hi, everybody. Hey,
Hi,
family.
everybody.
Hi,
Hi,
fam.
everybody.
Hold on, I'll be right
Hey,
back. We're getting bagels. And if they decide they don't want to go to college, you could still go back to school
I'll
yourself or
take one of
something else,
everything.
Maybe you want to be a hairdresser, you could do that too. So
Can I
Hee
go
hee.
for
they're really
crypto
good bagels.
NFTs? Is there a class?
Sin and I were having a talk since we're all getting so cute and tiny now in our little outfits and happy budgies. Maybe it's time we bring in a new party people. Let's get linked. I'll be right back. Everybody say hi. Everybody.
Yeah, a meta
Hey,
pang roaming
Hi,
party.
everybody.
The Meta Beast Roman Party, it can always have a different thing in the middle. The Penguins are here to stay. But I think it'd be a great opportunity to execute the Mr. Potato Head concept for Link Wearables. I could speak more on that. I've spoke about it before, but if we're all gonna dress in our happy pudgies, little guys, maybe it's time we bring another family to the party. Maybe it's time we bring in
Well,
a new
technically,
party
a beast is
people.
like anything could be a beast. I mean, there's Mean Green Doge is a beast. Let's see who else. The Meta Beast's beaver is a beast. Whoa, I gotta say that three times
The
fast.
Meta Beast
But
Roman
yeah,
Party
I think that'd be
can
cool.
always
I
have a
mean,
different thing in the
how
middle.
about you guys make
The
some
Penguins
swag
are
with
here
your
to stay.
penguins, and then we'll
But
kick
I
off with
think
that.
it'd be a great opportunity to I'm just looking for the PJs. Also, me and Green Doge, since you're in here, I slid into your DMs. Don't tell my wife. Oh, my wife's next to me. Hi, Pants. She's dealt with me for 20 years.
Tell, tell her she deserves a Medal of Honor or
Wait, she'll tell you that she deserves a Medal of Honor herself. But that's Pants for all y'all. She don't come in to say hi much, but she's out here.
How about you guys make some swag with your penguins, and then we'll kick off with that.
I'm just looking.
Well, someday we'll get to meet her.
Also,
Maybe.
Me and Green Doge.
I guess we got to
since you're in
travel a little
here,
bit.
I slid into your DMs. Don't tell my wife. Oh, my
Not if
wife's
she
next
comes to
me.
Decentraland.
She's dealt with me for 20 years. She can't use the work computer excuse anymore. We have phones where you can hang out. You know, I was telling Sin, it's up to us now. There's no more excuses for people not to come. Like, oh, there's a wallet you can't use. Oh, I have my work computer. I can't log into it. No, the excuses are gone. Now it's just you're not coming because you're not coming. So we got to break through that threshold. Bring all your friends, grandparents invited, easier than ever.
Did you hear that, Pants? We're waiting to meet you in Decentraland.
I will be the funnest one at the next party.
You heard it
Let's
here
go,
first,
All right,
baby.
taking notes.
Did
I
you all
am
hear
gonna
that?
remember that.
I
Yep.
am
Absolutely.
timestamped that. Put that shit on the blockchain. Pants is coming to DCL, folks.
You know, you just come and hang with us. Let's go have like a ladies' party. These
She
boys
just
can
doesn't
go.
want to spend any more time with me. That's what the real
You
truth
know what?
is.
There's. It's all good, Make. We sometimes we're just gonna token gate a nice little ladies spa area. And I'm sorry, you're gonna have to let her come, and you can't come.
Did you hear that,
Sorry.
Pants? We're waiting to meet you in Decentraland.
We're gonna have cucumbers, hater blockers over our eyes. It'll be great.
You know, sometimes I use my women avatar so I could use Mr. Cat's female version. Just saying, it looks great.
We're gonna have proof of femininity.
But I'm really serious. I really think we should do a base model little pudgy and get that running and then be able to do outfits or stuff that are specific to a Link wearable. I think we pop open a whole new concept of fun.
We're just gonna token gate a nice little ladies spa area. And I'm sorry, you're gonna have to let her come. I think so. It'd be cool. I mean, I'm glad. Like we've got the pudgy penguin, my little game, my little like I don't know, like what is it? Not even a scavenger hunt. It's not even a parkour. It's just go find the egg, and you don't have to do parkour. You just have to find the secret way up. But I definitely would love to see more people even doing things like that, where you're creating little mini games around your IP or your experience. That it really I made that for MetaBeast's Easter egg hunt, so it wasn't a lot of time that I took to make it, and then I never, it was like another year to deploy it. So then it was pretty easy just to kind of fine tune it and make it like appropriate for that. Like we've got the pudgy penguin, my little game, my little like. So like really, why doesn't every person have a specific experience for your IP?
Because I'm
Like
shallow.
well, I definitely would love to see more people even doing things like that. No, like because
To
you're not
react
just
to
doing
that
it for
one.
yourself. You're not just doing it for yourself. Like go look at the amount of OP badges that have been claimed from my penguin. It is the number one OP badge of like any OP badges that have been issued through Decentraland. And it's Decentraland is number one almost always. Today it's number two, but on the leaderboard. And I think it's that slow growth. Like it was a lot of work at the beginning. Like I had to send out a ton of free wearables. But once pretty much everybody got them, now I just send out like one every day, every couple days. Then Thursdays when I have the event, and it's just an open ongoing event. Thursdays I send out probably like 10. But otherwise, like that's it. And guys, like all we need are 6 more people to do that. Like super low energy passive rewards, and you'd have like an IP every single day of the week. And that's the path to world domination. And I think it's that slow growth. Like, it was a lot of work at the beginning. Like, I had to send out a ton of free wearables.
Is there any way to
Pretty
automate
much
that?
everybody got them now. Yeah, I'm sure there is, but
Like, are your option like, do you decide not to go with that due to like just people farming them?
um, well, I don't know. I mean, it's twofold. I want the OP badges to, like, I want Decentraland to be like active and successful in open page. And so that's like the whole reason to use the OP badge. But then yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could put a wearable dispenser, yeah, like, but a wearable dispenser, you don't get a badge that lives in your OpenSea wallet forever. Like, you're gonna go back to your wallet. If you're a new user, you don't know what you're doing here. You don't even know that you have a wallet. You go click on that golden egg, and you now have a Pudgy Penguin badge that sits in your OpenSea. You will eventually learn how to use OpenSea. Like, if you're going to be a degen, you have to. You're going to go back there and you're going to be like, what the heck is this? Oh my gosh, this was my first NFT ever. Like, that has some sticking power. So it's not just about getting them a wearable. It's about getting them something longer lasting in their external crypto wallet. Now, hopefully, like, open page. I mean, just like POAPs. Imagine getting your first POAP. Like, what's that one worth to you compared to all the other POAPs? So I think that with
Oh,
that.
I can tell you how much mine was worth.
Oh God, I know, 300. Well, we don't have to talk about that. But like, yeah. So to me, it's more than just giving somebody a wearable. I can send 100 wearables. I could just mint them out right now. Like in Genesis Plus, I do it all the time. That's not nearly the same as like you have a Pudgy Penguin OP badge. There's I only made 1,000 of them. Like, it's only a mint of 1,000, and I'm at let me see where I'm at today. So like, eventually this badge is going to mint out, and then I don't actually have a plan B, guys. Like, I did not think about that like once it gets minted out, everybody can come and claim another one, because I just did not think that far. But let me take a gander here. Oh, where did this one go? It's bright red. There she is. Okay, so 413 have been claimed. That also lets me go back and I can look at every single ETH address that's claimed these. So if I wanted to do future like raffles, now I already have like basically a record of every active user that went and claimed this. So it's another way to find like real users. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that's the right strategy in the future. It's been an interesting experiment for me, at least, to see this.
So then I guess like the next question would be, because like, just the where I my mind goes is like, make it hands free. And you were mentioning like, the method for you is like the OP badge. On one parcel of land, would it be possible to have like two claim things, like in a way where it's like, okay, and it'll become, I guess, kind of like a little game in a way. Like, it's like, first you come, you claim the OP badge, then you got to go to this other area and claim the wearable, and like that wearable claim won't let you claim the wearable or emote unless you hold the OP.
Yeah, that might be the next level. And that would be cool, actually. Like, if I did a second, like, I wouldn't even have to wait for the original to expire. It could just be right now. I could have, like, some some next step, Pudgy. Yeah, I mean, I think that's why OP badges are so powerful. There's so much you can do with them.
Yep, I'm just an idea guy.
Well, because like the experience that I created this week, which I don't think many people got to see because it was during Ready Up Wednesday and there was a lot of different people, a lot of different events. And then this one, I don't know, like it was very much I had to guide you through it, and maybe it was too much reliant on like, hey, you have to go to point A, go to point B, reload, but like there were very specific reasons. But the entire thing, it was called Buddy Breakout, and I put everybody with partners, and then and then I told everybody like there were two tubes to go down. Half the people went to the right, half the people went to the left, and then basically, long story short, you had to help your partner escape. And then you had to go and race to go get the OP badge. And the first two people from the same team that got the OP badge would get the prize. And it was chaos. So it's like everybody was getting the OP badge like all at the same time. But then I could just go right on to OpenSea and order it by like recently created, and I could just look through there and be like, oh, you guys, like, it was number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth person, I think it was like the number 2 and the number fifth person were the team, and that was the winner. So I couldn't do that any other way. Like this was a perfect way to have the blockchain tell me who the winner is. And as far as like making games and stuff, like without extensive coding ability, this is like such a win for me just to be able to record it. And then everybody can see it, because I'm, like other people might have been like, no, I think I was there first. It's like, just look at the blockchain. Like, I can't argue with that.
It would be nice to have a little more integration with the OP badges into Decentraland, like hardwired. We just did our 40th OP badge. We'll definitely be doing something fun coming up, but it'd be nice if they were kind of like if there was just a landing spot for them, kind of like the not rewards, but the what am I like when you've run far enough, achievement, spaces.
Yeah, it would be neat to like level them up like Pokemon's, like where you if you achieve this, you get to, I don't know, like it somehow creates like a super OP, like different levels of them.
Our 40th OP badge. We'll definitely be doing something fun coming up, but it'd be nice if they were kind of like. Well, I
With
tried to
that
get
concept,
like if
oh,
there was just a landing spot for them.
and I was just gonna say what
Like
that concept reminds me of is like the dragons at Antrim. How like if as you level them up, they get bigger.
like when you've run far enough, achievement, spaces.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or like, yeah, you could get, I mean, it'd be cool. You could do traits, OP badge traits. Like all of our little pudgy penguins here and like on Discord. But on Discord, you can pay to have like cool little animations on them. Like that's what they should do. Is like, here, you want to animate your little OP badge? You gotta, hit this criteria. That would be so cool. Like, what if my OP badge, my penguin, you collect the original and it's like this, she's just sitting there. But then if you like hit the next, criteria, then she's like bouncing up and down. So that if you look at that, you're like, oh, okay, they that would be cool. They're a baller. They did the real thing. Yeah, you could get. I mean, it'd be cool. You could do traits, OP badge traits.
Or VIP areas if you hold a certain amount. There are a lot of fun ways. I mean, not. I don't know that. I still don't know that VIP areas are still the time yet, but something to reward the people that really are out there collecting and doing their thing. I can't. It'd be nice to also on the OP side if there was some way to a little better tell, who's collected what and how many, instead of every grouping, but like really a held on group of information. But they've done a brilliant job with it. And I hope they keep rocking.
They're a baller. They did the real thing. Yeah, and I mean it's really cool to see Decentraland #1 all the time, and then CBD, Stony, MetaBeast, all these places that we know and love. Like they're killing it. I don't know. Yeah. I hope we're not offending anybody at open side or other side.
If there was some way to a little better, we're definitely occupying the top 10 a lot. But like really a held on group of information, but they've done a brilliant job with it. And I hope they keep rocking.
Hi guys.
Oh,
Oh hey
And
girl.
it's really cool to see Decentraland.
I left the Meta Beast party yesterday. It was really popping.
Stony, Meta Beast, all these
The energy was top notch and it was
Thanks for
smooth.
staying late. We got loosey goosey last night.
Yes, I think it like it helped me like okay so something magical happened. Like I feel like you guys have seen me get rejected so many times by things, but I had a small victory. I emailed someone and they responded back to me. So I'm on my
That's
way.
awesome, Julia.
Let's go.
I'm on my way. I've been waiting. I've been benched. I've been like emailing and nothing's been flowing for like a month. So finally I got like one thing. So I'm going. I didn't share it because I didn't want to share it, but I'll share it here. I'm shooting my first festival. It's a reggae festival. I'm going now to shoot
That's
it.
awesome. Outstanding. So you're like shooting it, like recording it?
I'm gonna photograph the event and do some behind the scenes, but like as you know, I'm a musician who just tries to get in the places and hasn't been able to get to where I need to go yet, and I just keep trying, but like so I'm photographing it, but my real hope is to infiltrate the festival via my camera and then to find a drummer, a reggae drummer and like more musicians that are more my genre. So and to mix it with my current musicians. So I'm trying to find keep building, the band slowly. Mostly people just don't want me to lead sing. Everyone wants to be the lead singer, and I'm like, I'm a lead singer woman. Can I sing and you guys play? And it's usually like, no, but I'm hoping I'll find some group of people that would want to do that, eventually. Maybe before I die, I hope. We'll see.
You will find it when you are supposed to, and when the universe brings them to you, because until then you're meant to roll solo.
Yeah, I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf solo artist, It's just, it is what it is. But like, where's my team at? I'm like, where's my team? But it's like, I don't know. I guess I'll just loop things for now. But what I really want to do is play with people. I don't want to be by myself. It's so boring, So eventually, maybe before I die, I hope.
Well, that's exciting. Glad to hear that. So cool. And we all wish you the best of luck. And let us know. Let us know how it goes.
Yes, we'll send pictures and hope to play in Decentraland once I figure out how to stream still. It's just, it is what it is. But like, where's my team
Julia,
at?
that's your
I'm like,
next
where's
bit
my
of homework. You
team? But
have
it's
to
like, I don't know.
know
I guess
how to stream. We have
I'll
to get it.
just
We
loop
have to get
things
that
for
figured out. You have
now.
to come play
But I really want to come
Decentraland.
play with you guys. It takes me like I really want to accomplish that. That will be the next goal. Okay, after that, this will be my next goal because I don't know, like it feels nice in the community. Like it feels like the safe space right now. That's like free. That gives freedom to artists. Like not even judging. There's no judgment, which I like. People aren't judgmental. They're just like experiment, do your thing, and yeah, I like it.
Julia, that's your next bit of homework.
Well,
Have
and there's
to
enough people here who can teach you how to stream. Like, I think that definitely should not be a blocker. Like,
Yeah, VTA TV has offered to teach me and several people, and I've cleaned out my computer. I did it. I cleaned out my computer. So I'm excited to just, you know, make a fool of myself on the internet. I don't know. Can we smoke weed in Decentraland? Is that not allowed?
No,
Okay.
that's not allowed.
Ah, I
We
knew
are
it.
straight edge.
They're really
We
straight edge.
no, no, no. Are
I
you
can't smoke
kidding?
a.
No using your computer while drinking or
I
smoking
can't smoke
at
a J
all.
on streaming.
Does not happen, girl.
Why? Why
This
can't we promote weed for the society needs to smoke more weed?
this I'm totally joking. I'm totally
Oh.
joking. Please know that if people couldn't smoke weed, I don't think I would be doing this show, Shannon, right? You would be
Oh
out
my
there.
god.
No, it's I mean, yeah, it's I think it's very much like if you were streaming, if you were like trying to play at the same time on YouTube or Twitch, you might have like other issues. I know what was it, Party? Our buddy he knows gaming were he did a lot of streaming on Party and like he came in also and was like I'm kind of smoke some weed and he wasn't sure if he should tell us and we're like come on like we just laughed we're like yeah you get so it's all good Julia all good.
Sweet. Sweet. Because I don't know what my, do you guys ever have like streaming personalities? Like Sinful. Do you ever get like, do you feel like, do you get like different when you're like streaming? Or is it just like, how has your experience been? Because you're like trying to entertain people and you're live. Like, that's so crazy.
I feel like that might be a question for those who watch or and like know me from when I'm not streaming to when I am. Because I don't know. I think I act the same, but I might not.
Sweet.
I feel like I act the same but my voice changes like I can I can feel it change.
Hello, chat.
Oh
Welcome.
my god yes. Don't forget to smash that like button. Oh my gosh, yeah, like.
It's
But then my
perfect. It's like naturally ingrained.
yeah, but then my voice probably changes when I'm talking to my kids and like, what? What do you guys? No, I'm on my X space, guys. No, go eat cereal. So it's my. It's probably you just kind of like morph to the to the audience.
Wow. So you don't speak to your kids like, hey, kids, it's your girl, Canessa,
No,
coming at you
I
live.
do. I do. I tell them, guys, go put the fries in the bag. You guys are just oral farming. Seriously, yeah, get out. And then nothing makes them do their chores better than that. And I'm like 6, 7, and they're like, Mom, no, no, it's great torture. I mean, I am gonna use all of this lingo, no cap, until they're in college because they can't stand it. But they're like, Mom, don't talk like that when you're with our friends. I'm like, guys, like skibbity riz, who do you think I am?
Wow. So you don't. That's the time to speak like that. Like, oh, their friends will know that you're
Oh,
cool.
oh, they already know. I mean, my kids almost like left me last summer at a McDonald's because I put the name Skibbity on our order, and they said it out loud, and there were other kids there. They were like horrified. So I don't know. Anyway, Julia,
I relate. I try to fit in with the younger musicians that are coming up that I like photograph for, but I'm also a musician. And when I photograph them, it's like the words they say are completely different. Or like they call my mannerisms like millennial mannerisms. Or like I hold the door
I
weird. I'm
feel
like, why?
attacked.
I'm like, I
I
hold
feel
the door for
attacked.
people. What's wrong with that? Do people
have
not do that anymore? Like,
they called you Unk yet?
no, not yet, but I
Okay.
feel it soon. I
Or
feel it
like,
Oh,
soon.
oh
or
my God, I was destroyed with that one. My sister, I was like scrolling through Instagram next to my sister, and I get like a unk reel, and I'm like, and I just like sit there, and I'm like, ha ha ha. Good thing I'm more of a big bro and not unk. And then my sister looks over at me, and she's like, "You are unk." I was broken. My reality was broken.
It's
I'll
like this
never recover from that
tunnel.
one.
You're like, what? What? No, because then you remember the time we
No.
would call your uncle uncle. You know, now you know. Now we know.
So I just had to explain to the owners of the house we've purchased that are moving out, like, what'd you do last night? I'm sorry, I was really tired. I was dancing like a monkey and DJing all night, you know. And the kids confirmed it, and everybody had a good laugh at me. It was that really did happen like an hour ago. And you know what? Dance like nobody cares because nobody fucking cares, and it doesn't matter anyway. Do your thing, be who the fuck you are, and it doesn't matter.
Literally, it doesn't, because people forget in like 30 seconds. So everyone's
E-
attention
Either way,
span.
you get one lap around the sun. You know, we don't get the reset button. Like maybe reincarnation's real and multiple dimensions and all those things, but I doubt the next time you're in the body or whatever it is, you're gonna remember. So now's your chance. You know, be who you are. Do what you know. Do the best you can, and be yourself and fucking shine. Go for it. Grab the ring. That really did happen. Like I highly suggest dancing like a monkey, though. I mean, honestly, I took an extra hour of dancing like a monkey last night. I was like, no, I'm not done yet. Sin, you can keep going. He was like, no, I'll stay with you and just be tortured.
In like 30 seconds. So everyone's
Thank you,
attention
Sin.
span.
Either way, you get one lap around the sun.
I'm gonna dance on the stage with my camera. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna be a musician too. I'm still a musician with my telephoto lens. You know, they need me. I'm part of the band.
Bring a
It,
kazoo.
A kazoo, yeah, I'm sure that
I
they'll be
am
let me back
what
in there.
what I am manifesting for you, Julia, is that, like, at the reggae festival, you're like out there, taking shots and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden you hear from a distance, like, "Oh no, our female lead singer has come down with a cold, and her voice is not working," and that's where you spring up, and you're like, "You know what? I am a female lead singer. I can
Yes.
take over."
I'm ready. I have 5 originals and got this.
It's like we
I'm
we can't play your
prepared.
songs though. We'll have to play my songs, but I'm out, I'm here.
I'm here. Yeah, that's what I really hope. It's just being near the areas, like near the. That's what I always am on film sets, and they just kick me out, but I'm there. You
Oh
know, because I
no.
learned Harrison Ford. You know, he was 40. He was a janitor. He was just there looking hot and shit. Like that's all you need to do, and have, of course,
Ah.
talent for memorizing things.
I got okay. I just gotta be there, be hot, and memorize
Memorize
things.
things. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna.
Memory is key though. Having a really good memory, which and muscle memory at the same time. So retaining your muscle memory, after years of blackouts and then activating it suddenly, being like, oh shit, I still know how to do this. What the
Something
fuck?
tells something tells me Harrison Ford does not smoke weed.
I think yeah, maybe I don't think he did either. I think he was too serious. I wouldn't. He's too serious. He's so serious.
He's super serial.
Why so serious?
Why so
Uh,
serious?
Real quick, I just want to say huge thank you and shout out to MC down there, one of our favorite Beast fam, misconduct herself, for bringing in a bunch of Mars cats. Jay came through, absolutely splendid, but really, thank you so much for spearheading that, MC. You are an absolute gem. Bunch of Mars cats pulled up last night.
Something tells something tells me Harrison Ford does not smoke weed.
I think yeah, maybe I don't think he did either. I think he was too serious. I wouldn't. He's too serious. He's so serious.
He's super serial.
Which brings me back to the linked wearable, store for brands. So it's like if we could build a base character. Is anybody else talking to my rugging?
No, I
You're
hear you.
good.
So again, thank you, but I really think we have a golden opportunity, and we saw it when we had the chance with the e-apes. Obviously, the beasts over time that bringing in communities and giving them a chance to shine is awesome, and having a link wearable as a starting point would be great. So if, like, again, we had a male and female that you could RGB change the color of the penguin to match what your game was, but then it's almost like a subcategory of wearables for a linked wearable asset that maybe there was a certain amount that's part of it, but if they were successful, they could add into that mainframe and really giving projects a way to like not make all the traits. I think Rustam could talk at length about having those 40 heads or 22 heads that each had to be made and grafted and stuff for, individuals. But if we had a base character avatar and a way of a subcategory almost to be able to build on top or into, a different projects, I think it'd be a huge opportunity to let people grow and also like have a base. And it wouldn't necessarily have to be the Pudgies themselves, but maybe it was like a really inspired Pudgy who came, who got it, whether it was approved in or just available. I think it would really open the door to just welcome people in really well. Like I know when we were doing the EAPes onboarding and stuff, and we made them like the one wearable, they were all like, hey, when EAPes avatar and then what traits. But I think it would really give the ability to like welcome a group in, have a starter kit, and then see who could let that evolve through the community, you know? I really think it's a golden opportunity.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe I guess it just comes down to like where are people putting their bandwidth, their energy, their time, their money. I mean, if we already did that for the beasts and now we're like, yeah, now we want to do it for the penguins, like I guess my question would be like, well, why? Why are we continuing to do this? And there's like bit beasts being made. I saw Reversal come through here. Yeah, so then it's like, I don't know, should the individual users like push these initiatives forward, or should it be like Foundation trying to partner with other Web3, brands like this? And especially like Pudgies are just cute. I think they appeal to people, like way more people, way more demographics than like an ape. No offense, but like an ape with snot coming out of its nose, there's gonna be like immediate, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like me, if it was me and my kid wants to bring home this, I'd be like, no. Or now I'm like, what? So yeah, anyway, I digress. But
So, and I'm with you. What I would say is, everybody's got their tribes. The beast. I'm always going to be an AKCV. I'm always going to be a kid called Meek. But I love. I think the biggest thing I learned during Jumpstart and FAR was when we really helped welcome in communities, whether it's like Mr. Cat's Core. Again, the EAPs really stick out because we did a ton of work for them. Um, and people really stuck, but I feel like they wanted that identity, and the broader the brush that we could paint, leaving an opportunity to grow. I think the evolution of link wearables, instead of making 30,000 traits, right, or a certain amount of traits, which always bogs down the process, we make the link wearable an avatar skin that could be built upon. I think would be a great way for evolution. And then you're talking about one character, male and female, right? With the ability to have assets built on top of it, so that you're only investing in the energy or leaving the door open for people who would want to create in that mainframe, instead of trying to build everything at the beginning and then being disappointed with the lack of people using them, if that makes sense. So if you're a base character, that's a really low hanging fruit. And then, but with the core being the ability to grow on top of those link wearable processes.
yeah, and I wonder also if linked wearables are just something that were created and pushed forward, by foundation employees maybe that are not even here anymore. If you look at like who published link wearables, the brands, all of that, that was a completely different landscape. That was back in 2022 fashion week hype. I mean, you have link wearables that you're like, what is this? Who are these people? So I mean, there's a possibility too that it's the tech was created, 4 years ago, but maybe there's just no interest in keeping it alive, except for a few of us that are like, yeah, this would be really important. This could bring in a lot of people. But it might, for the amount of work that I think Foundation had to put into some of those, they're just like, oh no, this is not a good return on our investment. And there's either easier ways to do it, like Mars Versal just did, is just create his Bit Beast, and he just made a skin and brought it in, or like um yeah, a couple people doing that with Bit Beast right now. So maybe they just kind of wish that they had never invented the tech. I don't know.
So the tech really did change, and it changed during the time with the Beast. And again, Rustan could talk a lot about the length of the process, but the way that it used to work with, and I think that was actually the biggest holdback of what Link wearables were, having to have a custom API built that connected, but not only that, had to be super fast, and it had to live on the platform servers. The monkeys, Kamate. Sorry. Hold on. Hey. Sorry. Family life. See that? I'm a dad. Sometimes. Anyway, I think the old process of it needing to be so manually built and and super on the end of the NFT projects, and now the way it's done is mostly like you add the contract and then the numbers associated to the link pieces, is a much easier process. Overall, I think the door could still be wide open for change. The monkeys, Kamate. Sorry. Hold on.
Well, it would be interesting to hear from Foundation what they
Sorry.
like,
Family life.
how they see that moving
See
forward.
that?
Like,
I'm a
is
dad.
it something that they're going to continue
Sometimes.
to
Anyway,
help? Like, if
I
people,
think the old
I don't know,
process of it
spearhead this, or
needing
if
to
they're just
be
like,
so manually built
what you
and
don't feed
and
starves.
super on the end of the NFT project. I don't think there was a lot of help. There was a lot of read the documents, and do stuff like it was really an on the independent side. And I don't think there's that much they have to do right now. There are people who need to do the work, no question, but I just feel like if there was an entry point for projects to just do an avatar, like a lot of things that happen in Nifty or what's happening in other side, where people are bringing in that avatar and then leaving the ability to grow on top of it, I think it would turn down the amount of work and chaos of like trying to do all traits and make things happen. And like a base avatar at the end of the day isn't like building an entire, brand again. And I think that's where most people got stuck, is the slop of trying to do everything instead of just something that could be a welcoming guide, There was an entry point for projects to just do an avatar, like a lot of things
Yeah,
that
well, and
happen
also
in
with AI
Nifty
tools,
or what's
that could just be a
happening
completely
in other
different
side,
beast.
where people are bringing in that
Pun
avatar
intended.
and then leaving the ability to grow on top of it, I think it would turn down the amount of work and chaos of like trying to do
So
all
we're
traits and make
coming up
things
to
happen.
about
And
our 3 hour
like a
mark
base
here
avatar at the
in
end of the
about 10
day isn't
minutes.
like building
Um,
an
I'm
entire
gonna console my
brand.
co-host
And
here. What
I
do you
think
think?
that's where
Should we
most people
keep it
got
going,
stuck,
keep the
is
conversations
the
going,
slop
or
of trying
do
to
you
do
think it's a good time to
everything
wind
instead
down,
of just
I
Canessa?
something
think
that
it's a
could
good time to go wind down. I've
be a
already been
welcoming
delivered a
guide,
cookie. I'd like to go see how,
Oh,
see how my investment is going. So no, but yeah, probably should. Beautiful Saturday, Memorial Day. I don't know about y'all, but just stay off the roads if you can.
I can't be on the roads if I'm on Decentraland. Hee hee hee.
Actually, I want to make content for this weekend because I yesterday was so brutal driving. I want to be like, you know,
Ooh,
Memorial
let's make
Drive.
content together, Canessa, in Decentraland
Yeah,
in time. Let,
absolutely.
let's put on outfits and do some twirls.
Well, I love that, so that would be really fun.
Yeah, I'm super down. Let's do a photo shoot. Fuck this. Fuck
Can I-
this mess. I'm gonna go hang out with my ladies while the men fix whatever the fuck is going on with the patriarchy. Sorry, man.
Yeah, man.
No, you guys are men are cool. The other men I'm talking about, the ones that are, you
Yeah,
know.
the patriarchy man.
Sorry, I'm in Ohio. I'm gonna go now and be Ohio. My Ohio simulation is triggered. Okay, bye.
Canessa, I don't know if you saw my Instagram post where I have been very active lately dropping the message, but I said gas is expensive. Hanging out with us is free online. Come vibe with us Friday night.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good angle. Like, don't want to pay for gas to go to the city and party, and we won't tell them about ETH gas. Like, just whoop. Don't have to.
ETH gas right now is cheaper than regular gas either way, so but I literally have been making it all about gas, staying at home and partying.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Kim would love that too.
I'll try and help and get some Clevelanders. Maybe I can make a goal of trying to get some Clevelanders and chill on stage during performances, like just like in spaces, but like to crowds. Buy my NFTs.
Oh my gosh, that's
Like
such
what?
a good angle. Like, don't want to pay for gas to go to the city and
You
party.
joke,
And
but
we
in the
won't tell them
past, I
about
have heard a DJ like on Decentraland literally do that. I was like walking in, minding my own
Wow.
business,
How do you
and I
feel about
hear,
that as a person?
as a consumer,
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit of an outlier. There are people that may love that. For me, I thought it was tacky. So
For sure, for sure. Okay, I won't do that.
no, no, like I said, it works for some, for others not so much. I mean, so I wouldn't like, you know, make a decision based off of like my opinion, because a lot of the times I'm just weird and I like do things different than everyone else.
No, I like what you said because it's true. It is tacky.
Are you
Buy
the
my
real
NFT.
sinful though?
No, I'm actually the AI he built. Um, it's funny that you're questioning this, because like now I'm gonna have to find you and throw you in my basement so you don't tell anyone else.
Well, when one starts boasting about themselves, that doesn't usually. I do
Buy
have
my
to start to.
NFT.
Buy a damn beaver. Do start to question. I guess I'm just saying. I think Quinessa questioned you too about it. So there you go. I'm just saying.
Wait, are
I'm
you
just
questioning
well.
certain people's beavers? Is that where we've gotten in the day?
No, I'm not questioning beavers. I know all about the beavers. I'm questioning is sinful. Canessa knows. She asked you too.
To be honest, we've talked so many hours after 206 weeks with AI software. There is such a sampling out there that somebody could just put 206 weeks of our voice in an AI and get like a perfect replica of our voices. Pretty much all of you guys.
Oh my god!
We're cooked.
That's horrifying.
There you go. I'm just
I don't
Yeah.
like AI doing that. I hope it doesn't do that for you, because that's really frustrating to me. And that triggered my Ohio. How dare they? Ohio,
Skibbity
we
Ohio.
blocked an AI data center. People in Cleveland, we all banded together and blocked one of those big AI centers. I voted. I was like, fuck no.
With AI software, there is such a sampling out there that somebody could just
I would just say they might be able to get my voice, but they'll never dance and scream like a monkey like I do. Like, you just cannot fake that kind of real.
Actually, we can, because probably every motion that you have ever made is recorded in Decentraland, because in the movie Secret Life of Ibelin, they went through every single conversation he ever had. It was like 50,000 lines of conversation. So yeah, we actually can like replicate your habits to probably make.
No
Hey,
way. They're not
make
taking
note.
my dancing ass.
Whoa.
Notice how she used the word "we" as like like we're already AI, Canessa and I. So I'm just gonna point that out.
That's why I feel like it's really spiritual sometimes in Decentraland. I just feel like something's saving us, like saving our stuff. And like I always feel this weird like energy, like you're just there present with people. But like when you say something or something ripples, it just feels like I feel like what Knessa said, there is something onto that, Maybe
No way.
that is
They're not
crazy to
taking
think
my
about
dancing ass.
too.
Notice how
Whoa,
she
I should
used
go. I
the
need to go
word
shoot.
"we" as like Oh,
We're
yep.
already
Duty calls.
AI,
Sorry,
Canessa
Canessa.
and
Go ahead.
I. So
No, I was gonna say you.
Point that out.
Thank you for being here. Good luck. Set yourself up for a good experience and go and do it and just enjoy the music because I bet it's a vibe.
Yes, always be ready for that show call, that one moment where it's like, oh no, I can't find our lead singer. She is she found a boyfriend and is hanging out with him. And then you'll be like, I'm here to sing for you guys.
Wow, you guys are tripping me out. All right,
Gra- gra-
catch you on the flip side. I'm pretty tripped out from what Knessa said. Okay,
Grab the
peace.
bull by the
No, I was gonna
horns.
say you. Thank you for being here. Good luck.
uh, alrighty. Yeah, I guess this is a good time
And go and
to
do it
wind
and just
down here. We got
enjoy
about
the
3 minutes
music because I
until
bet
our
it's a vibe.
3 hour mark. I guess let's do some final thoughts. Go around the room. Let's start with Meta Beast. Final thoughts, comments, concerns.
Have a great day. Keep building. Love you, Mina. Bye.
She found a boyfriend and is hanging out with Let's go fucking.
Yes.
Alrighty. Quan, take it away.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me up. AI will never steal your job. It can't steal your girlfriend, but and it'll never steal your soul. So just keep being creative, keep being you. Um, and yeah, let's fucking go. Let's go fucking.
Are you saying that now I have to worry about AI stealing my girlfriend too?
Have a great day.
No, I'm
Keep
worried
building.
about AI being your girlfriend
Love you,
more
Mina.
so
Bye.
than I don't know.
Let's go fucking. Oh no. I mean, wouldn't that be practice? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Thanks for having
Make
me up.
final
Yeah, AI will
thoughts.
never steal your
I
job.
just
It
really
can't
like you
steal your
guys. I
girlfriend, but
love that we get to keep doing this. And I hope we get to
it'll
keep
never steal
doing
your
it for
soul.
longer. I really hope we get to hear from Esteban too on a vision. And he comes in and says, welcome.
Yeah,
Here's the plan.
let's fucking
I would
go.
have
Let's
loved
go
to
fucking.
hear from Yamel just a goodbye because I really
Are
liked
you
him. Like I would
saying
have liked to,
that
step aside and
now I
go.
have
So
to worry
I'm
about
just
AI
hoping that the
stealing my
next
girlfriend
bridge
too?
that we make together between the
No,
foundation and
I'm worried
us
about AI being your girlfriend
really
more so
unifies the game plan
than.
for us all to keep building.
Oh no. Thank you, Meg. Thank you. And Canessa, my lovely co-host. Final thoughts.
Thank you,
I just
thank
really
you.
like you guys.
I think
I
that'll
love that
come,
we get
make,
to
and I
keep doing
think
this.
that
And I hope we get to
I
keep
think
doing
that
it for longer.
there's been
I
more
really hope we
outreach
get to
from
hear from
Esteban
Esteban too
than
on a
I think
vision.
ever
And he
before, and I think
comes
that
in
that's
and says,
it's
welcome.
good. We
Here's the
haven't heard
plan.
his vision because I
I
think
would have loved to
he
hear from
is
Yamel just a goodbye because I
formulating
really
it
liked him.
with
Like I would have liked to,
help from the
step
people using
aside
the
and
platform.
go. So
So
I'm just
I'm
hoping
actually
that the next
glad
bridge that
that
we
he's
make
not just coming
together
in like
between the
as a
foundation and us
oligarchy or a
really
dictator. Like, no,
unifies
I
the
think
game plan for us
he's
all
reached out
to
to
keep
quite a few
building.
people, and so I think that that's like a good
Thank
indication
you, Meg.
that
Thank
we're going to be
you.
building this airplane while
And
it's flying,
Canessa,
but
my
together at
lovely
least,
co-host.
because like we're never building this thing when it's on the tarmac. So go out there, guys. Be safe. Stay away from all the traffic and the campers and the crazy people. I guess in the U.S. it's Memorial Day. It's a holiday, so also taking time to honor the people that gave all so that we could be here talking about the metaverse. So thank you everybody, and have a good week. We'll see you next week.
Yes, yes. If they didn't give it all, we would be talking about the metaverse in Chinese. Sorry, bad joke. Um, but yes, thank you, Vanessa. And yeah, can't wait to see what the future brings for our favorite platform, Decentraland. What you mentioned, Vanessa, about like we're building the plane in flight. Like that just reminds me of like this recent meme that I saw that's like being what it's like being an entrepreneur, and it's like it's a cat reading a manual that says how to fly while flying a F-16 fighter jet. So
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yep. That's what we're doing. Um, so yeah, thank you everyone, and stay safe. Oh, I would like to put out an announcement that Kanessa and I have made the tactical decision to push the CBD 4-year anniversary back 1 week, just so that we can make sure every nothing's rushed, and the experience that uh, we'd like to put out, Canessa would like to put out, is accomplished. And yeah, gives me a lot more time to kind of um, coordinate a bit with all the performers and some times and the itinerary. So yeah, we will be pushing the event back to June the 6th, Saturday, June the 6th. So yeah, that would give us 2 weeks from now. And yeah, can't wait. I'm actually very excited to see what Vanessa has been cooking. I think if you have been pulling up to her Tuesday absolute basics of building on Decentraland shows, you would get a sneak peek of what she's been cooking. So I'm just gonna throw that out there if any of you are curious, because it's pretty cool.
I'll tell you what. Last night I was cooking. I was like in a 600-degree oven, and yeah, I was cooking. This land, I was like, wow, I'm surprised it even survives. I'll just say that I'll leave it at that. I was cooking way hotter than way hotter than I should have been, but that's how you find new things. So yeah, come on by on Tuesday, cook together.
Hmm. And let's see. Moving forward for today, I mean, we have ABC Decentraland tours in a few hours, I believe 3 hours. There is here. Let me pull up the event page here. I think now it's called Explore. I think that's what. I don't know how to navigate the website anymore. I'm sorry.
I know. Just
uh
remember, we can do it. We can do difficult things, but
oh
it is
oh.
difficult.
Since Make is here, are we crate digging today? Are we digging crates today, Make? I see an event for today, Saturday. Uh, but so if anything, we might be crate
The
digging. Oh, go ahead.
the crate digging, I think. Well, I don't know. It was on Wednesdays. He might have moved it.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I see. Maybe it was an accident because I do see that it started at 2 p.m. My time to 4, and we're already past that, and Make is like here with us. So I don't think he's digging crates right now. But we'll hear from him. It's
Real.
just coming up.
So really quick on crate digging, I will say that happens Wednesdays afternoons. It took a little bit to get there, There's some scheduling things that were a little funky wonky between these scheduling on one side and then the other side. They've changed how they do events now. You can actually schedule your events in your time or toggle it to UTC, so be careful. And so that was when that was all happening, they kind of created a second MetaBeast roaming party. It was took me a little bit to get through. But yes, crate digging on Wednesday afternoons. Uh 2 p.m. East. And this week, DJ Vaped is going to come and share kind of how he digs the crates. So please go support DJ Vaped and, request some songs, say hi. I mean, we're giving that alpha for anybody who's curious about how we do. Get ready to throw parties for y'all.
Thank you, Meg. Thank you. And I mean, it might just be a glitch here in like the Central and itinerary or map thing that's like just has this event here on Saturday or for today. Um, but yeah, okay.
Crate digging on Wednesday afternoons.
Digging crates Wednesday,
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. East.
Um,
And this week, DJ
So,
Vape
but yeah,
is going to
today
come
ABC
and share
Decentraland
kind of
tours.
how
Make
he
sure to
digs
pop
the
in for
crates.
that,
So
and we
please
also
go
have
support DJ Vape
Metaverse After
and,
Hours with
request some songs, say
us and the
hi. I
Shenny
mean,
and
we're
Crypto
giving that alpha
Minotaur.
for anybody who's curious about how we
Tomorrow,
do. Get ready to throw
I
parties for
don't
y'all.
even know how accurate this all is. I don't know if I should be like because, like, for example, tomorrow Sunday, I see digging crates with Make again. All right, I'll just call
Sounds
out the
like I
events
have
I know.
some work to do on the thing. There's only Wednesdays. That's so interesting.
No,
Mm.
no, I think it's a glitch. I think it's actually a glitch because then again on Monday I see it again. Here, I'll pull it up on the stream so everyone can like see and that I'm not crazy.
No,
Like
I believe you. I believe you. That's been happening. The new system is a little wonky. Uh, but I'll go try and fix it.
yep,
I'll try again.
yep. Just now I just lined up digging crates for all 5 days. No, okay, I guess I'll just go with the events that I know. Like I do see a post for You Sponge Lazy Sundays with Toxic Waifu and Mean Green Doge. Always a good time. I believe Noob Plays Live is on Sunday as well. And I will also be live on the Decentraland YouTube channel on at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to 10. Monday, we have the usual suspects like Stony Eye with MoFi Monday, Beyond the NFT. This week we are hosting our guest. His name is Peanut. He came as a recommendation from Revolution from over at Community of Communities. So I mean, I'm always happy to meet someone new, someone very active, and you never know when you might just inspire someone to like want to bring their content to the central one. You never know. So I am excited to get to meet them, get to know them. I don't know much about them, so this uh I'm gonna be going a cappella. I'm gonna be freestyling. So yeah, yeah, that's Monday. Then Tuesday, there's the absolute basics of building on Decentraland with Kanessa, the one and only, and there is Toxic Tuesday with Toxic Waifu. And now make, since I know the date and time, to my shills, I'm gonna start adding digging crates with Make on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, everyone. Sorry for my rambling. Love you all. You are all the best. Thank you so much for always being here for us for CBD. Kanessa and I started this 4 years ago, and we thought it was just going to be the two of us talking to each other for an hour and then just like going along with our day. And no, you all of you have turned this into a 4 year journey, or almost 4 year journey this month. So, actually, in 2 days it's going to be a 4 year journey on the 25th. So we love you guys, we appreciate you, and let's keep building the future. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day and enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Labor Day, or I'm sorry, your Memorial Day weekend. And as Vanessa said, steer clear of the roads. Lots of drunk drivers out there, lots of dumb drivers out there. Um, and, and yeah, party on the metaverse. Bye, everyone. Into a 4 year journey, or almost 4 year journey this month. Actually, in 2 days, it's going to be a 4 year journey on the 25th. So, we love you guys. We appreciate you. And let's keep building the future. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day and enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Labor Day, or I'm sorry, your Memorial Day weekend. And as Vanessa said, steer clear of the roads. Um, Lots of drunk drivers out there, lots of dumb drivers out there. Um, and, and yeah, party on the metaverse. Bye, everyone.